Welcome to Rope Breaker Wrestling Podcast. I'm elderly and pissed here with the lyrical genius himself, Peter Wesley. We have been absent, but life has went on, and so has professional wrestling. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Life's good. I feel like we've only missed like a couple weeks, but I feel like we've missed 17 shows.
17 shows, 17 things to talk about. Millions of things to talk about. What am I talking about? Jacob has been neutered since last we have spoken.
Yeah.
And the greatest match of all time, which is what people are saying, the greatest lucha match of all time, mask versus mask, gimmick versus gimmick, Ludwig El Grande Americano Kaiser versus Chad Americano Gable. So what do you
Amazing.
think about that?
Oh no, dude, I love that match. It was a good old fashioned like rivalry that felt real, that emotionally invested the crowd. Some real life things happened that only enhanced the feud.
Yeah.
Like, the match itself was a bunch of, it was filled with common wrestling WWE like over the top like run-ins and things, but it gelled so well together. It was a great match, man. Um
You know, it was a lucha match, but I know a lot of people hate lucha matches because it's like, well, it's lucha, and has lucha been overexposed in the past few years? Yeah, because I think everybody tries to emulate lucha. But what to me, what made that match great? Yes, it wasn't two luchadors. It was an American pretending to be a luchador, and then there was a German pretending to be an American pretending to be a luchador. So it was convoluted, if you will. But
yeah.
Kaiser versus Gable, man, it reminded me why wrestling is special, and what makes wrestling special is the audience.
Yes.
If the people care, the match is special. Once again, I've always said my favorite match in the world, Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, and neither one of those men are known for doing particularly special 5-star, 10-star, 6-star matches, but their character work and engagement in the match, and the people cared about both superstars in that match, whether Hogan was supposed to be heel or not. They were cared about, and in this match, people cared about Ludwig Kaiser's portrayal of El Grande Americano so much. And yes, when Ludwig Kaiser got locked up because he was defending his girlfriend, his real life girlfriend, who got brought into the storyline when Gable was like, "Oh, she needs to be fired. That's the only reason I'm going to wrestle you and lose this match. She has to go." It was like, okay, and then with the guy, the handicap comedian, when he got in there, and then I forget the trans wrestler's name. I forget his name. And then of course Ludwig's girlfriend
Is
got
that
involved.
the character or are they really?
I don't know. I mean, it could be their character. It could be them. Could be a little bit of both.
Okay.
That's a big man. He's bigger than both of them. He's
Yeah,
bigger than
yeah, yeah.
Kaiser. Bigger than Kaiser and bigger than Gable. That's a big Mexican man. You know. But either way,
Well,
I felt.
well, maybe it may be a big Mexican woman.
Well, whatever its pronouns are, he, him, he, she, it, they, them.
Like a more elite wrestling podcast would say, pronouns, pal.
Well, as Vince probably says, pronouns don't matter. God damn it.
Oh, I think he was that's him. That's Bruce Pritchard quoting Vince or
Vince, yeah.
impersonating him. I guess in the '90s they mattered, but not
In the 90s,
not in that sense. It was more of who he just wanted his announcers to be direct about who they were talking to.
No, well, I figured. I knew Vince is a particular man. medical facilities instead of hospitals, championships instead of belts. Things are strange.
Dude, I don't mean to sidetrack, but the belt conversation is stupid because I remember getting an argument with somebody and it was like, belts are for your pants. I'm like, dude, I
Mm-hmm.
can go on WWE shop and there's a section that says title belts. So
Belts,
which one
belts.
is it? It's always been belts. In boxing, it's belts. Like,
It's
why are we
belt.
playing this game just because some rich guy doesn't want to play along? I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't want. I just because he don't like the word belt for some
Belt.
weird reason.
Mm-hmm.
I have
It,
no
it,
idea why he doesn't like the word belt.
it's belts in every. Okay, so this is something that I think we all need to stop doing. Yes, in the United States, wrestling is WWE. In the rest of the world, wrestling is wrestling, and everywhere else, it's a belt. And everywhere
And
else,
this
they say
guy
belt.
he spent so much time trying to pretend that he was not in the pro wrestling business.
Yes.
At one point, he had us scared to use the word wrestling. This
That's
man was
still
nuts.
there. That's still there. The only reason it's not there is because he doesn't work as a full-time employee. But if he was still there, we wouldn't be using wrestling. Cody wouldn't be like, I'm a wrestler. I'm a sports entertainer. That's what you would say.
Oh,
You
dude,
know.
I remember watching Raw once, and CM Punk said something about, he's like, that's why you're the announcer and I'm the pro wrestler. And Michael Cole goes,
Mm-hmm.
you're not a pro wrestler, you're a sports entertainer. I wanted to turn TV off right after that. And
As soon
Punk
as
didn't
he
say
said it.
anything because I felt like he really wanted to punch him in the face.
But he
And
knew, no, because he knew that was not from Michael Cole's mouth. He knew who
that
said that.
true.
He
Yeah,
knew who said it.
yeah.
I think he wanted to go back there and maybe slap Vince, but he knew that wasn't from Michael Cole's mouth because now Michael Cole speaks a little. I'm going to say this. I don't like free spirited Michael Cole.
Okay, so here's the problem with that. The problem with that is that he spent so much time defending how he acted. Like I'm sure you've heard clips from that like Sirius XM show that I think him and Taz had where he
Mm-hmm.
was arguing with fans. He spent so much time defending all the stuff like that he co-signed it. Once Vince was away and once he wasn't yelling in his ear no more, oh, this man loves pro wrestling. I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
it was like you defended and I get it. It's your job. You love it. I hear you. But now it just doesn't feel authentic that now like all of a sudden you love wrestling. You're trying to
Yeah.
call moves. You're doing all these things, and it's just like which one's the real you? Because I don't know.
And that's the reason I said I don't like. I feel like he truly is like a corporate stooge. That's
Yeah.
that's another thing. I feel like I know a lot of people didn't like JBL's commentary because it is a little off, but that's because it's pre-recorded. But it shows that Corey Graves is the superior announcer to Michael Cole.
I'm at, you said JBL's recording was pre-recorded.
All their stuff is pre. They're not there live. All their stuff is pre-recorded. Like they're recording over the old school WWF way. They're
Oh,
not
you mean the
recording it
AAA?
live. Yeah, the AAA stuff.
I thought you meant on SmackDown when
No, no,
JBL. I was
no,
like,
no, 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 no,
what?
no, no, not at all. Shout out to JBL who was here locally for the OVW 1400 show, by the way.
Dude. And I know he's getting old, but man, JBL is he didn't look the same, man.
Yeah, he looks the same. I mean, I think John takes care of himself. He's not as big as he used to be. I think he's hitting the gym. He's not eating as much
Okay, he
protein.
looked big in that club. Maybe he
That's
was bigger.
okay. Hold on. Let's talk. If you're talking about that OVW clip, no shade at OVW, but everybody at OVW you're taller than them, buddy.
No, I meant big
There.
like as in weight. He
Of
looks
course, he's still bigger, but I mean muscle mass. Just because you eat some
okay.
steaks don't mean you go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not the
And
same.
maybe I just haven't seen him. I guess I haven't seen him without like a suit on or something. So
Yeah,
yeah,
suit, shirt, clothes every
yeah,
here. But
yeah.
if he took that shirt off, he'd be like, you know, there. As Road Dogg said, there's only one big person between the Acolytes versus the New Age Outlaws, and it's none of the people that were big then. It's only Billy. Billy's the only big person left.
Oh man. Do you think it was because of AEW that Billy wasn't there?
No, I think Billy was in great shape then.
No, no, no. I mean,
Ron's
like why he wasn't at the OVW.
VW. I mean, he gave a shout out.
Yeah,
There's
he
so
did
many
he did
people.
a video, so I'm just like, why
Yeah,
wasn't you there? Like,
I mean, Cena gave a video. He could have been
Cena's too
there.
good. He's not. He didn't even want to come to
Holly
Louisville.
Hollywood Haley J gave a video. She could
But
have
she competed
wrestled.
though, didn't she?
No, she's gonna compete later on.
Okay, okay. I was like, cause
She
she
challenged for the title after the
yeah,
show,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah,
she
yeah.
didn't. She didn't wrestle on the show. But
Okay,
I mean, yeah. But no, I mean, but
but
back
she
to
she
we.
but she
Hmm.
she'll be there. She'll
She'll
be
be there.
there.
She's gonna have a match for the title. Yes, she's gonna have a match for the title eventually,
And
whenever she shows up.
and and what's her name's champ now?
Mrs. Mrs. something. I forgot. I've seen her. I've seen her wrestle. I saw her wrestle the
Lark.
last time I was there.
Oh God, this is bad.
I said no.
I
I was there last time I saw it was champion.
Is it
Shalonce
Larkin?
was champion. No, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie and say I do know, but I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead. I think it's
I'm gonna look
Larkin.
it up. Okay. So OVW Women's Champion. Let me see who the hell it is. Who's the OVW Women's Champion? No, that's not. It's a Women's Champion. Damn it, not men's. I know Jay De Niro is the men's champion. I remember him. It didn't make sense to me. This whole thing looks trashy. The OVW Women's Champion. OVW Women's Champion title reigns. Let's see.
You give me information that is unnecessary.
Yes, you're right. It's no. No, it wasn't May 27th. It was like June. It's not even showing up. They don't even care. OVW doesn't care. But anyway, continue to tell me why you think that. Why I looked this up. Why we think that what just about the championship. I mean, the mass versus mass match.
Oh yeah, back to that. Oh yeah, dude, man. It was just an amazing match. It was a perfect combination of in-wing wrestling, crowd work, just the right amount of run-ins, excellent build-up from the storyline rivalry build-up to the actual real life events that tied in. Like everything just hit at it just it was just the right amount of everything, all the right ingredients for a perfect wrestling match. The right build, the right actual wrestling quality, the fans, like everything was perfect. And you got a guy like, you know, and Chad Gable ain't gonna give you nothing half-ass anyway. Like
True.
the
True.
guy's a wrestling machine. If and I'm not one to say these things, but I know the general public does. So I'll say it. If he was just a little bit taller, you would already expect it, and you'd put a rocket on him. Now, if it was up to
Yeah,
me, the height wouldn't matter. I'd already put a rocket on him. I don't. I'm. I'm.
you
I'm
were
not. I'm
right.
not
By the
that.
way, Miss Larkin is the
Yeah, yeah. Miss
W
Larkin's.
Women's Champion.
I seen Larkin when she was a rookie in OVW. A buddy of mine, known Sean Peeves, known as Rough Man Bun. He had passed, and we did a benefit show for him. I performed at it, and Larkin wrestled, and she was still like a rookie at the time, but you could see the potential was there, like character work. 'Cause she's like, oh man, she's she's something special, man. I've said it before, like I could see a AEW, WWE, TNA run in her future.
Well, hopefully it's not that the last one, the latter of because I have a lot to say about that later on. But
About TNA,
yeah,
dude, I'm
just to
I'm
say,
tempted to buy the show.
Slammiversary. Is it now? I'm going to ask you this question. So let's. But before we get to this, I do want to say this. I feel that is I feel that Mass versus Mass was the match, but not just Mass versus Mass. The entire card was great. Ray Phoenix and the Laredo Kid killed it with the Cruiserweight Championship. And I also thought it was dope that they are using the Cruiserweight Championship on SmackDown as well. Bringing back that old school WCW Cruiserweight Championship nostalgia on American television.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And it also leads to the fact: do you think that everyone is saying that the Undertaker is the greatest, is the best booker out of everybody that's booking shows?
I don't know if I say he's the greatest, but I would say, I mean, right now he is booking the hottest show that's on WWE television. I give it to him for that. I don't think I'm not gonna go and say he's the greatest, but he's doing really good work. I mean, we mentioned, Jeremy Borash is playing a role in that, and with his experience in NXT, let alone his long run at TNA, I think that should be taken, consideration that he should, be sharing some of that credit with Taker.
A lot of that credit. I think we might go along and say the greatest track record in booking, other than Vince McMahon, obviously, and Eric Bischoff. Let's say maybe it truly goes to Jeremy Borash in the past 20 years. Consistent booking. I mean, behind the scenes, he's not the man that's going to be say, oh, he's a lead booker. But I'm pretty sure the Best of Black and Gold was probably written by him, and then Triple H fine-tuned it.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
So, yeah. But we did talk about TNA. You said you're going to buy Slammiversary. I do have a question. Do you wanted to buy Slammiversary? Is it because Nick Nemeth might win the title again?
You already know, man. You already know. I figured, but I mean, I was like, oh my god, Nick is for the title? Yeah. Plus, facing a guy who is rumored to soon be going to
the guaranteed title win, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that match, but I have a gripe with TNA.
Okay,
this is my gripe with TNA. Everybody that's special, that made TNA special, since all the people that we know that are associated with TNA are gone. And I'm talking about everybody that's gone. We can go our AJ Styles. We can talk about our Samoa Joes. We can talk about our Shelleys. We can talk about our Sabins. We can talk about our Amazing Reds. All these people, when you say these names, that's TNA. Christopher Daniels, Kurt Angle even. So the new TNA was created by people like your boy, Myron Reed, who killed it against Kevin Knight, right? He worked there.
Yeah.
They never signed him to a full-time contract. The rest of the
Happy belated birthday to Myron Reed, by the way.
There you go. Shout out to Myron Reed. Happy birthday, young man. But my issue with TNA is Steve Maclin is gone now. He's getting ready to probably go hang out with his wife on AEW and Ring of Honor.
He better, because if he don't, I will.
Whoa, brother. We don't want Maclin putting you in the crosshairs, dude. But
some things is worth fighting for, man.
Sometimes. But my thing is, you have Speedball Mike Bailey, who is featured on AEW. Desmond Wolfe. I mean, I'm just going to say the entire Rascals are gone, except for Trey Miguel, and that's didn't because you tried to hold him there. It's just because they didn't want him.
he was gone.
He was gone too. He was gone. He was gone. Josh Alexander, who was the damn face of the company for a long time.
Yeah.
Carlos Silva, the man called you a cuck and told you he quit. I mean, you got all these people. Gail Kim's gone.
Is that who he was talking about?
He was talking about Carlos Silva when he said it, but
he said, "I told the old cuck I quit."
I quit. Yes.
I seen it. It on Twitter. I didn't know what was going on.
And I was like, well, damn, this is my gripe with TNA. If you're just there as a holding pattern for people that WWE don't want right now, but they want them back, that's fine. And I get it. But say that, hey, I really work for WWE. Put that out there. Like, literally put that out there. Don't act like you're really a brand trying to do anything.
Well, remember though, because it's funny you say that because this is how I see them, and it's what you saying kind of confirms that. I see them as like a ECW situation where they was getting paid under the table by Vince. I feel
Yeah,
like that now,
I can see that.
just with a better benefits in a sense, because they're not getting bashed publicly by WWE. They getting bigged up. They'll talk them. The former TNA champion, they speak highly of them. So I feel like they on the low, they are WWE property kind of. They're like Puerto Rico. You're not a state,
Like,
but
we
you
own you.
know.
You're a good vacation spot.
Yes, exactly. Because people they're quick to send somebody over there for.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think it's as good as ECW guy.
You don't think so?
And I say that because the thing is, yeah, they talk about him. Yeah. He was also a TNA champion. Look at AJ Styles. Okay. Look at Meechin. She's a former women's TNA champion. Look at Meechin. But
I think
that's
they
it.
mentioned that on Saturday night's main event. I was like, all right.
Yeah, but they can mention it. I mean, the hell, they had Leon Slater on her. He was on her
Yeah.
wrestling. I mean, so they had to say he had the X Division Championship. But what I'm saying is that at least when they talked bad about ECW, we had an angle. Rob Van Dam was still wrestling on Raw, even though he was the ECW television champion. We saw him. We haven't seen. We saw Leon Slater once. We ain't seen him since then. All we know
Yeah,
is
but
it's two
you
black
gonna see
people
him
that's
because they about
cool.
to give him that contract.
And then when he's gone, and that's another thing. TNA has given up. It should literally. Why do you have a TV deal? Why are you on AMC? Why do you have a TV deal? Why do we have Carlos Silva? Why do we have these people? Why was Ariana Grace, Little Santino? At least Santino works there. Like, he works for TNA. Why was she the women's champion for so long? Why is he in a
Oh,
feud with Stacks?
and by the way, that also supports my idea that they are WWE property because they brought Santino on the European tour.
Yeah, he was just there.
I
We in
know he
Italy.
didn't
Here's
pay for those
Santino, a
tickets.
Canadian.
I know he didn't
No,
pay just
no,
to go right.
no,
He
no.
didn't.
The sad thing is, he was there, but his child, who literally works there, was not there. So they picked who they wanted. We want your daddy because
She
he's a
might have
fake
been there
Italian.
for. They might have brought her there, to travel. She didn't have nothing to work.
She was wrestling on them live events in Florida.
Oh, okay,
She was at home.
okay.
She
Well,
was taking L's to Nicole Martinez, aka Nikki Blackheart. Okay,
hey, she had to
so
work, man. She had to work.
her daddy don't work there, but he got free tickets. That's messed up. To a place he's not even from. He's Canadian.
Hey, you just gotta ride the wave sometimes, man.
It's a hell of a wave to ride, brother.
we got. You want to come on tour and you can be a plant in the crowd in your fake hometown? Sure.
It's so horrible. It's so horrible. I mean, I feel like TNA is nothing. Nothing's left for TNA. I feel like TNA is going straight downhill. TNA is dead.
I think it's gonna be a. I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, it won't be what you want it to be, but I think it'll be like AAA Evolve. I think I do feel like WWE's gonna end up officially buying it at one point. But in the meantime, you know,
I
it's
mean, but in their contract, if he wants to sell it, he has to sell it to them first.
okay.
He has to offer it to
I
them
don't know if I
first.
read that or if I heard you say it before. That's crazy. I didn't know. So he has to offer the WWE first.
Yes. So he can't be like Tony Khan can't be like, hey, I want that. Nah, Tony, you can't get it. It's mine.
Tony should have bought it when he had the chance, but he wouldn't have done nothing with it special. So you wouldn't be happy either way.
No, I wouldn't, because it would have been just like Ring of Honor, which I'm not happy. The
Yeah,
only reason I
yeah.
watch Ring of Honor is for Leo Rush, because he knows. He knows.
But here's the funny thing about that. They pretty much killed Ring of Honor and um uh substantially hurt New Japan just to make AEW.
Yes.
So I don't even what's the point of buying it? It took all of our
But
best guys for Ring of Honor to make this and destroyed us. Now you want to wear our skin? Like what is this?
look, okay, so I'm going to say this. NXT was nothing but Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah,
For,
so much that I remember WWE.com had did a Ring of Honor like interview feature article. They had interviewed Steph. I think Punk was on bad terms at that point, but Kevin
yeah.
Owens um and Gabe, it was a nice little story too. I ain't gonna lie. Um,
El Generico, Sami Zayn,
yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
want to call him.
it was a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice. It was a nice
Yeah.
story back when just mentioning things like Ring of Honor was still like, man, they talking about that on
A little
WWE? Like,
taboo. I mean, they could
yeah,
not. I mean, everybody, you can't talk about, this was the difference between Black and Gold and mainstream WWE. They would lightweight mention they have history, whether
yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
even in, whether it had to do with the company or not. You know, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong, they have history. They didn't have history in Black and NXT because Adam Cole just showed up with Bobby Fish and
I mean, they
Kyle
did that with
O'Reilly
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
and
They
Sami
immediately
Zayn.
like, oh, they're best friends, and it was
They're
like,
best
how do you
friends,
know?
and we wouldn't. They've wrestled each other countless times. Well, where? Sammy was wearing that mask, but and being and also pretending to be a Latino man. That seems to be the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
in wrestling. But so to me, I feel like Black and Gold was just Ring of Honor, and now TNA, which was a little bit of Ring of Honor, a little bit TNA was a little bit of everything.
That's
The
because people at TNA was wrestling at Ring of Honor at the same time.
Yeah, they would. But I mean, I feel like if you go into TNA, if somebody I want Billy Corgan to buy TNA. If any human being was going to buy
He
TNA, I don't
wanted
want it to
to.
be WWE, and they should have let it, especially now. He owns NWA and NWA and TNA. Come on, NWA TNA. Who don't remember that? Who don't? When TNA started, the title was the NWA Heavyweight Championship. They didn't have their own title. Shout out Ron Killings, and because he was a black NWA heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ken Shamrock because he was the first NWA TNA heavyweight champion. But
Hold on now. Before we shout him out, what was he doing last night?
I don't know if he was there, but we know our tribal chief was, unfortunately.
It got me asking questions. What tribe is he chief for? Is he chief of the MAGA tribe? Because I see his actual family, and I never see him there.
We didn't, but okay. So we also don't see his wife. We don't see his children.
She ain't messing with that crap.
She's a little bit too dark. So is he, just to be honest.
He is, but he's smiling. Dude, The Rock turned down going, what are you doing?
Yes. Because I want to say this. When we always say Roman Reigns is a tribal chief, I truly believe the tribal chief is a fucking Rock of that family. Real life. If they all went broke, Dwayne would give them a job. They might be cleaning his hammock.
True.
But he would give them a job. If they went broke and Roman didn't go broke, he'd be like, y'all should have worked harder.
But but here's my, I don't want to meddle in the family's business. I don't, but when I don't like that.
I know you don't like The Rock, but I think he's better than Roman when it comes to taking care of his family.
No, I don't got beef with I mean, I do, but my beef ain't my beef for The Rock is my
It's for
my beef for
DC
The Rock.
Universe. I know.
I do, man. And like everything post WWE return, like it's just like he wasn't The Rock. He was Dwayne Johnson, man. And
Yes.
The Rock I knew he was cool. He did do the funny stuff, but like this dude was like this all powerful. I can beat everybody easily. I'm like it was like The Rock I knew. Like he didn't even wrestle like that. He was a guy. He took a beating, then he'd make the comeback. He got beat up by everybody. By the way, this guy was like final boss before he even called himself final boss. That's how he was treated. The dude popped up 2 or 3 times a year, beat everybody, go
Mhm.
back, do some movies, and then come back when he felt like it. I didn't like it. And then he had altered all plans. Like you had a whole, and you know how you watch WWE, you know how hard it is to get an actual storyline that makes sense going. And then he
Yeah.
comes in and then
And fucked
alters
it up.
everything. What are we doing?
Yes. I get it. I get it. And yes, he came in and altered everything, but we do have to understand that WWE is sports entertainment. And
I get you.
and no one is a bigger entertainer than Dwayne Johnson when it comes into wrestling. No one can get a we all watched. Whether it was bad, whether it was good. We watched because it was The Rock.
But
It didn't matter.
in the last years, there was a concern. His last run, people was like, "This man drunk."
I, in his last run, I think everybody was drunk. And not only The Rock, I think they all took that to Terramana to the head. You know,
Because
I think it was just everybody was drunk. Not as drunk as the man on my shirt, because I'm pretty sure he's the drunkest. Ric Flair.
still don't know what he whispered in Cody's ear. We don't know the
We don't
weird
know what he
promo
gave
he
him in his
gave him.
hand. We don't know what he gave him. We don't know none of
Yeah,
that. We don't know. We don't know if he still's in line for a soul of Cody's. Was John Cena's good enough? But then John Cena took it back, so now he's lost. He's down a soul.
no payoff of that. No, nothing.
Look, we know that we're going to see Dwayne Johnson next year at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia versus his cousin. You know, Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Technically, it should be Cody Rhodes, but I mean, yeah, screw it. It doesn't matter.
Give him his cousin. We've had enough interaction with him and Cody, and I don't even know where it's going.
Nah, fuck Cody Rhodes.
See, we was almost on the same page. Do you did the
I know you. Look, I want Sami Zayn to give him a Halula kick and take that belt.
mm.
And then I want him to win, and then I want Sami to start coming out in traditional Muslim garb.
He'll never do that.
And only Sami would. Sami would. They won't let him. And I only want him to cut promos in Arabic. Because I mean, he's gonna get booed. Let him get booed because Americans hate. We're all xenophobes, man. Not me. I'm not. You know me. I'm not a xenophobe.
Yeah.
I'm far from that. But the American culture is a xenophobe, and the average wrestling fan is a xenophobe as well.
I guess when I said he wouldn't do that, my thing is, I think that Sammy, and I don't know the guy personally, but so I'm not going to say how he personally feels because I don't know. But I do think like he's such a white presenting guy that why would he change that up now? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
he's a white presenting guy, but when he's not Sami Zayn, when he's Rami, the dude. He's the first person to be like, I want to go and I want to pray at the Mecca. I want to talk. He's the first
yeah.
person that throws on the full regard and that speaks Arabic when they go over to Saudi Arabia or anywhere when they leave.
See, when he goes over there, it's different. But I don't know. Well, he might. I was just like, I don't know how long he would do a full time, make that part of his, gimmick. Like I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I feel like in the WWE they always they had Muhammad Hassan, who was an Italian man who just tanned and looked, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, let's get a real man. Let's get a real man. You want to boo him? A real man, and he can say it. He can just say, he can denounce the United States and say his only real fans are the Arabic fans.
You know what? I think he might be the only person to make you care about this tired Middle Eastern evil villain role. I think he's the only one that can make you do it because of Sami Zayn and he's just good at
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, I mean, I guess go for it. But I would only want that after if Cody's the one he takes the title from, I would only want that after. I wouldn't want that to be like the character like to take the belt. I would want him to
Oh
like
no,
after he
no.
won the
After,
belt, then like a rebirth, how John Morrison when he
yeah, I can see that.
yeah, I
I
want
mean,
it like that.
if he beat Cody with the Halula kick, and Cody is Mr. America. Cody, if he put on that Hulk Hogan Mr. America mask, brother, if he came out to real American, he would get a pop. I know you
He
don't
lose
want
a
to hear it, but he
he
would.
lose a fan that day. Although I'll be honest with you, I love the song, love it.
I know. We've had that conversation
Oh yeah,
that you
yeah, yeah,
don't
yeah,
miss
yeah.
the song, and so if I feel like if he gave him the Halula kick and the top rope brainbuster, I'm gonna put your guy over. He deserves a top rope brainbuster as a finish, not just a Halula kick. And then he says, I beat the American Nightmare, and all you Americans booed. Well, screw America. Sammy's for Syria, and
You know
Syria's for
what?
Sammy.
It's cliche, but it's perfect. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
And cut the promo, and then it was like, from now on, I'm only gonna speak in Arabic
Okay, so yeah, all right. If he did it like that, yeah, no, it'd be good.
for my people, and then have his translator be Paul Heyman, because the vision's dead. Please get away from it. My
You
name
know
is
what?
Paul
I think
Heyman.
Cody. I mean, I think Paul is for whatever reason. I think he's dedicated to making this work.
Stop! You killing these people. Everybody's dying. He's on a live. He on a live.
I
Logan
don't even
Paul's
think
tries.
his magic has wore off in general. Like I don't want to see him with anyone other than Brock. When Brock goes, I want him to go with me. I want them to hug
Leave
and walk
together
away
and
together. Yep.
never to return.
I mean, you
He
can make him
need.
special appearances and stuff, but I like Paul Heyman like as like being the villain manager anymore. I'm over it.
When the bloodline turned babyface, he should have turned babyface with him and
That's what
stayed
I
babyface.
thought when I was like, and he's doing the Hall of Fame and he's still like going, which I think is stupid by the way. But when he
Rey
did it, I was like, all
Mysterio.
right, I thought that was stupid too. Not stupid. Well, yeah, I think it's stupid, but just wait. You could wait. You could have waited 5 years and gave Ray Hall of Fame. Like, was he? But
They just ran out of people. They couldn't get.
yeah,
They ran out of people. I know. I really believe that year they couldn't find anybody else that was alive or that they wanted to work with. Even though I feel like they could have gave it to Sid before Sid died. They should have
they
gave
could
it to
have. I don't
Sid
know why they
before he died.
didn't. I don't. And I don't. Sid went on bad terms. He's appeared at Raw a few times. I don't.
Yeah.
So
I,
I don't know if
I,
they just overlooked him, wasn't thinking about him.
I
I don't.
think that no. I think that there's human beings that just didn't like Sid Edie.
That's what his son said, but I just didn't believe that. I just thought it was
And
how kids be about kids that love their parents like they'll
I can. I'm going to say this. I believe that Triple H forgives certain shit. I don't think he ever forgave Sid for not Sid being all in wrestling. Not
hey
Sean.
on his
I think
business.
Triple
He
H did
wasn't
for you.
he wasn't even like what I'm saying, like he wasn't even part of creative when Sid was he was just working. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that
Like
doesn't mean
what?
you don't. Yeah, but that doesn't also don't mean you don't have an opinion. You also have to think: was he super close with Ric Flair at one point? Yes. Was he super close with Arn Anderson? Yes. Did Sid stab Arn Anderson? Yes.
That's water under the bridge now, man.
But yes, to me, to you, probably to Ain't no problem.
Probably
It
to
is to
Arn. I think Arn's
to
past
Arn.
that.
Arn said he's past it, but if
Yeah.
you're a petty human being and you take all this stuff super serious, which I think that Paul Levesque, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, terrorizing, you can name him whatever. I think when he says "I am the game," I really truly believe this is his life. We got to think he gave up the love of his life,
Oh
watch her
no,
die,
I truly believe that
poor.
too. I was just talking
To
to a friend of mine, and you know Maven's video about why I hate Triple H or whatever,
yeah,
and I didn't watch it, but I seen like I read transcript of like him telling the story about him going to Triple H's bachelor party and saying that most people are kind of not forced but highly suggested to go,
yeah.
and so I looked up Triple H's wedding because in my head I wondered like I was like who is his groomsman, and I looked it up. It was like Shawn, Ric Flair, Undertaker, William Regal, and Shane. And then it made me think, and I was talking to a friend about this. I was like, I don't think this man got real friends. Like outside of
Wrestling.
outside of wrestling, like you know,
He doesn't.
like Steve, like how's it been? Like I don't.
No, he does. He doesn't. He doesn't. You have to think if you talk to Paul Levesque and he's like, "Who's your best friends?" Well, my friend Big Kev. He was
Oh
also
yeah,
known
Kevin
as
Nash was a
Diesel.
groomsman too. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. My friend Sean doesn't call him Michael. Doesn't call
he
him
does call him
Michael.
Sean. Yeah, he
Calls him
does
fucking
call him.
Sean.
He does. But I think Sean called him Hunter too, though.
He does. What the fuck? That's a problem. I bet you Stephanie's like, "Hey, Paul, that's not my name. Hey, Hunter. What's going on, Steph?" No, stop. I know
But
Vince calls him.
he is the perfect employee though. Like that's what corporations want. They want you to not have any outside life besides that job. I remember my first big
Yes.
job was like Six Flags. And
Yeah.
like I was working and I got a promotion. Like I'm like 18. I'm team lead. And I just graduated high school. I'm hyped. And like I was doing 50. And in my mind, anything past 40 is like, you know, crazy. Like, cause I'm this is all
Yeah.
new to me. And like, and so I was still trying to figure out how to like hang out with my friends, how to hang out with
How
my
to manage
girlfriend.
50. Yeah.
Yeah. But they were like, hey man, some of us is doing 60, 70. People were like staying all night. Like they like Six Flags would close at like 8 or 9 on a weeknight. And then they would still be there like doing inventory, but really just kind of like socializing and on the clock. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to, but
And
like
I don't
that's
blame
how
you.
they was. But they was just like, you know, like you're not dedicated. I'm like, dude, it's summer, man. I'm still trying to have some. I'm giving you full time hours. Like, but I want to have some fun, man. Like, but they did.
And I
They
don't
still saw
get it.
that as I was not dedicated. Like, yeah,
I understand that. And it worked well for Paul Levesque, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Look where he is, man.
yeah,
You know, most wrestlers, if they have a heart attack and they can't work, they live straight off of going to conventions.
yeah,
Triple
yeah.
H, Triple H, before he got sick, didn't have to wrestle in the first place. All he had to do was sit up there and listen to his father-in-law and give ideas because he was on the creative team.
And people say, oh, if it wasn't for stuff, you wouldn't do this or that. And it's like, all right, maybe. But I think the way he politicked, even if he didn't have Steph, he would still be like a Johnny Ace.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny Ace or Bruce Pritchard, somebody
He
right there with him.
he was gonna be somebody regardless. Maybe he wouldn't have, yeah, what was he, 14-time world champ? You
Yeah,
know, he might have been a 5.
yeah.
But he like the way the man like that wasn't his one shot. That was just like a really big good shot he got. But he still had a couple more moves in the bag if that wasn't gonna work. If he
Oh
ended up
no, I
just
mean,
marrying China, he was still gonna pull
oh
some
no.
moves.
Once he saw that there was I'm truly believe that he's the person that pitched the storyline, and then he was like, this girl is naive. She is rich. I got her. She ain't never had somebody grimy in her life like Hunter Hearst Helmsley, like Paul Levesque. You know what I'm saying? He's over here doing, guess what? No one's ever done that to me. No one else will. And then the next thing you know, she's like, Dad, I'm in love. Joni might kill you. Fire that bitch. You know? And there you go.
That's crazy.
And then the next thing you know, he's married into the like. I truly, when he is the game, because he played the game, like literally played the game of life and won, and by lying, cheating, and stealing, like he, if he didn't want to be Paul Levesque in wrestling, he would have had Linda's spot on the Trump administration, because Trump knows that that's a dirty man right there, boy. Trump knows that the best villain in wrestling is Paul Levesque.
Sean's my favorite, but even I think even he did not notice when he was too busy, battling demons, that while he was inactive, Triple H was gunning and taking his spot.
Triple H, Sean's spot is beneath Helmsley. Yeah,
Think
that's the
so?
thing. And I say that because when Shawn Michaels came back and he only had one title reign.
Okay, so but see,
One.
I don't think Sean ever came back and took his spot back. He got a new spot, but he never got that HBK
no.
spot.
Sean Spock was gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Triple H took
Spock. No, he didn't even take it. Sean's spot was null and void. Sean's spot was a grave. Sean's spot was gone. It wasn't there no more. It was Triple H's was next to it, to the right, because Sean's was in the past somewhere else. He's like, Vince, we don't need that Sean spot anymore. You don't like pretty boys.
If Sean, I think if Sean would have fought more, he would have had more reigns. But I don't think he really wanted him. I really don't.
If Sean would have stopped being a Christian, if Sean would have got hair implants, if Sean would have kept on wearing tights that were tight, if Sean would have said, screw my wife, if Sean would have cheated on his wife and said, let's have a threesome, I'm better than you, Hunter. Guess what, Steph? Who's better? Tell your dad. Yes, then he could have took the spot back.
I don't think he'd have to do all the crazy things. I think if he really just wanted to gun and be like, Vince, I think it's right time I get a title shot. I think if he just would have did that, I guess he just didn't want it.
No, because Vince would have been like, well, there's no, sorry, pal. There's no place to put you. We got John Cena. We got Hunter.
He could have went on SmackDown if he wanted to and won the World Heavyweight title. He could have, if he really wanted to, he could have got some.
You want to work on Tuesdays, pal? Well, no, Vince, that's too close to Sunday school.
Yeah, I just watched a video of him saying he didn't want to do SmackDown because him and his wife Sunday school. You know what? He didn't even go to church anymore, and it's just like, man, you could have did those Tuesdays.
Florida changed him. He was hanging out on Diddy's Island. Sean is a different man. He met Sexy Red. He probably is cheating on his wife now. There's a difference.
I'm not putting that in. I think he's still a Christian man. I just don't think he's
he's
not faithful to like one church or nothing like that. I think
Shawn Michaels is a Christian man.
He's on his own journey.
Since nobody related to me that matters watches this, I'm going to tell you the truth, brother. I know a lot of Christian men, and I've been related to some Christian men that ran churches, brother. Pastors, if you will. But pastor didn't never turn down any extra tithing, if you know what I mean, brother.
I'm not debating that. I just don't think that's on Sean's agenda at the moment.
No. I think he took them 7 nights in sunny. He'll have sunny days.
I think
all
he's had
his
his
life.
fun, man. He's had his fun.
But he had his fun. But there's a difference between old man. So we talked about this, and this disgusts me, as we've talked about. But let's talk about it.
Did I open the door for this?
Jey Uso left his entire family at home. Okay.
We don't know. We don't.
We know it. No, we know it. There used to be photos of Jey.
Split him as a single man. That's somebody.
No. There used to be photos of Jey and Jace everywhere. When we were there, last time we saw Jace was when he won the world title last year.
Oh, she was there?
We saw Jace in real life. You remember? You saw Jace in the middle of that ring with his daddy.
Oh, yeah. But his wife
over eating. Yeah. Jace ain't there no more either.
I mean, he's got school. He's got some.
It's summertime. Chase ain't there now.
He'll be there when Jay wins King of the Ring.
Jace won't be there. He gave up custody. He said, "Screw that boy.
Uh,
Screw my."
Come on, no, no.
Jay Uso said, "Screw my family. I have a little girl vagina."
She's a grown woman. She's almost 30.
And Jay Uso's older than you.
He is. He is.
He's not older than me, but he's older than you. Jay Uso's a grown man. Jay Uso, when she was in high school, he was still dancing with his brother on WWF television. He had that job when she was in high school. He had that job when she was in middle school. Let's be honest, real talk.
He was in high school. I was somewhere flunking community college, but
You were flunking community college. I was married with a kid. But the thing is, brother, what I'm saying is,
he's older man. I get it. Hey man,
Shawn Michaels
like
and
that.
Jey Uso. Shawn Michaels probably said, you need to get with a man on the main roster.
He did not tell
How
that girl
about
that.
Jey
He
Uso?
probably told all them girls to try to
No.
avoid them guys on the main roster. I'm pretty sure all the NXT instructors have probably told them ladies like, hey, watch out.
Shawn probably said, Trick, stay with Lash. You guys look good together. Power couple. Yeah.
But see, those are people that was on NXT roster together. I'm talking about I'm talking about the NXT instructors.
He
probably
told Lola
the girls
Vice
to.
He told Lola Vice. He was like, well, Caden got released.
Oh my god!
That means Damian is single. Go get him.
Shawn is not pushing these girls to give it no main roster guys.
Shawn Michaels is the new
did. I don't think Triple H did. I don't think Dusty did. I think all of them probably seen them as like some external children and didn't want them hooking up.
Dusty was probably like, who wants to take my son with the lift baby? Not the old one, the young one. Cody
didn't need no help getting chicks. Around that time, he was taking down Layla.
Well, I mean, Layla was an old lady. Cody didn't care.
Cody didn't need no help. He didn't need no wingman.
I'm not saying. Well, maybe Layla was like, hey, love, your father's on the inside. Maybe I can get in. You can get inside here, and you can get me on the inside as well. No, God damn it, no. The only one that he loved him was fucking Brandy, because she gave birth to them children for those Rhodes kids, those runners.
I don't think either one of them had any problem getting chicks, man. Goldust was down taking down.
No. I'm not. No, Dustin was a fun drunk. That's the reason he got all those women. Sober Dustin, nobody wants that. Everybody said, yeah. Everybody said Dustin was a fun drunk. That's what Terry said. Dustin was a fun drunk.
Oh, wow.
Then he got sober. So me and Dakota left. What? That doesn't make sense.
He probably isn't as fun a guy now.
No. Well, first of all, he wouldn't hang out with you. You're black. And you have dreadlocks. And you don't wrestle. He wouldn't talk to you. He wouldn't talk to you.
Well, I guess teachers. I guess we even, because I didn't want to hang out with him when I seen that he was
one of those
honorary deputy.
Yeah, you already know what type he is. He's a real Texan, okay? Even though he's from Georgia, just like his brother. But he's a Texan. But I
didn't want to hang out with him when I seen him on Twitter feeding his dog.
The dog. And they were licking each other.
It wasn't presented as Goldust. So it was like the video.
That was Dustin. That was Dustin Rhodes.
And I said, wait a minute. I've seen this man before. This is not who I think it is. And it's
Dustin. It was Dustin. Man, let that man live his life. If he wants to make out with his old dog, he can make out with his old dog. It might be better than his wife.
Oh, God.
Woo! Speaking of woo, what do you think about Ric Flair and David Flair, man?
I think it was wild. And I'm confused about it. I haven't looked too deep into it. But did Dave never said anything publicly about him. Like
No,
he was
not at all.
mad. Rick was mad because David was using the Flair name, the wrestling spelling. Is that what it was?
Yes,
Like he had to
because
come.
he said don't use the name Flair.
He
Use the
wrestled with the
name.
name Flair. What are you
Yes, but
talking about?
I know that, but he believes. I think Rick hates his first set of children, including his daughter, who shout out to her for winning her bodybuilding show. But I think he
I
hates
mean,
his first set
Conrad's
of children.
wife.
Conrad's wife, yes.
Do you mean? So you mean he just hates everybody but Charlotte?
And Reed's memory.
That doesn't count.
He counts
Because
Reed.
if he was alive, he wouldn't be his biggest fan either.
No. If Reed was alive, Charlotte wouldn't wrestle.
She
Ashley
didn't.
would be doing something different. She wouldn't be
She didn't
Charlotte
start
Flair.
wrestling until after he passed.
She wrestles for her brother, not for her daddy. Not because she loves wrestling. She wrestles because she loves her brother. That was her official statement.
Now she wrestles because she loves all that Gucci stuff she be wearing. But
She loves that money. She loves that Gucci. She loves going to Mexico. Her and Tessa Blanchard just making love to all the Mexican
oh my
daddies
god,
down there, running through them.
I did one point really want to see Tessa Blanchard and Charlotte Flair. I would watch it today. I'm not holding my breath for it, but at one point I did really want to see that. And it is funny how similar they are in taste, but that's neither here nor there.
They
Just a fun fact to point out.
Well, I think they just need to have a threesome with Brock Anderson. Okay,
Why him?
because he's an Anderson, and Arn doesn't have any daughters. We need the
Yeah,
Horsemen back together.
he's not Latino though.
That doesn't matter. He's a horseman.
They don't care.
They need to care, and they need to care.
Charlotte has her own horseman. She don't care about
Her horsewomen don't matter. Yes,
you know.
yes. Mercedes Moné might literally look like a horse, but she doesn't.
Oh,
matter.
come on! Don't do that.
Woo! No, she got her teeth done. She looked better.
Which, with that said, I want to talk about something because it was something we said, and that's the Jade Cargill thing.
The wiggy wig.
So all right, SmackDown. She's wrestling an incredible match, by the way. I didn't even point that out.
Those
Man,
ladies
that was
killed
good.
it. Those ladies killed it.
That was that. Charlotte goes for, what is that move she does where she flips?
Natural selection.
It's natural selection. I thought it botched, and I had to rewind it.
Oh,
She
it didn't
does
look
it.
good.
It didn't, but I watched it the second time, and I was like, oh no, that's so fucking smooth because she didn't land at all. But I thought it was like planned that she was supposed to, but no, dude, she caught her with that roll up. Man, it was nice. But what people talking about instead of this really good match is Jade's wig coming off.
Yes.
Um, I don't like it, and I don't even like joking about it. Like, if it would have just happened and like it was like kind of like a quick little laugh or something, but like it reminds me of Dave Chappelle when he was talking about how he seen white people laughing at some of like the jokes on the show, and he didn't feel right, like he felt like he was being laughed at.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like. I feel like a lot of the jokes and laughter about her like her wig coming out is like some weird. It's got some racial seeds in them, and I'm not feeling it, especially when if on the other hand, I watched Charlotte and I think Sasha Banks wrestle in NXT.
And
Charlotte's extensions came out. Quick little laugh. They got back to business. I didn't think nothing of it. That was it. And this, I'm seeing people poke and do all these like I've seen people talking about her hairline, talking about all this stuff. Dude, we already knew. We seen her tryout video. She got short hair. We know this. Like, why are we? And she ain't the only person on the roster with a wig. She's not the only. There's other people on the roster. There's white people on the roster with extensions.
With wigs.
Like,
every woman on the roster has extensions. Charlotte.
Yeah, it happens. Like, back in the day,
Showed a picture when
back
she
in the
took
day,
her
some of
extensions out.
your male white wrestlers had extensions in their hair. Like it
I would
happens,
like to
man.
say
Like
my favorite wrestler wore extensions, and he didn't even have hair on the top of his head.
Hogan did.
Yes.
I didn't
This
know
was
that.
later years. Later years.
Okay.
Like when he was in TNA and stuff like that. Like he had extensions. Because his hair
Why
like
didn't
stopped
he?
was like right here. You know, he
All
had it
right,
like
I can see it. I can see it. Why didn't he just go bald, man? Like in the later
why
years.
why didn't he just get extensions? Why didn't he just transplants? That's just common. I think if I owned a place where I did hair transplants, there's not that many people with bigger names that you could do that's known for being bald than Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan.
I see. I guess at that point, I think when I'm like 60, man, if I start going thin, I just cut it. I didn't. We had a nice run.
You
I
live
don't
long
need it.
enough. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense.
And like and I get it. Like and there's probably somebody like you need to keep your iconic look, but it's just like no, dude. Like everybody knows what I look like. Like I don't need to look like that now. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I
no,
don't.
no, not at all. He doesn't have to look like it now. But you know, that's just how he felt. But back to Jade. Jade having sure. I understand what you're saying about Jade and you know being the racial thing because there's so many people making fun. Oh, you know, bald headed this, bald headed that,
Yeah.
and she has short hair, and she has short hair because she doesn't have to go get it braided up when she wears her wigs. We've seen her without it. Not even when she's getting dressed. Like when she just goes out, sometimes she doesn't have that wig on her. She has black hair. It's usually done nice in a nice little pixie cut.
And she
And she goes
honestly
out and
could
does her
just
thing.
wrestle with that. She could just
But that's also she loves the Storm character.
and
You know the
yeah,
comic
and
book.
now it's iconic and part of her character, so it would be
Yeah,
hard to do now. But she could have put short hair, buff chick, like you nice face, you could like you. But now people expect you to look like this cosplay of Storm, and you didn't set yourself up in this dilemma.
but I
But
think she likes it. It's obviously something that she
yeah,
loved
she
to
did.
do. You know, because I think she only wrestled like once or twice in AEW with her dark hair. But after that, it
Oh,
was just
really?
nothing but Storm. Yeah, nothing but Storm. And I was like, okay. So I don't like people making fun of that because it goes to the trope of these black women are wearing wigs. And you know, but every woman in the WWE roster has extensions. Every one of them. Doesn't matter who it is. Except maybe Julia at this point in time in her life. Because she cut it all off. But she had extensions before that too.
But yeah, I get it. Like like I'm not trying to be too sensitive, but like at a certain point, like all right, it came, get your laugh out, let's move, let's roll on. Like why are we making posts and getting screenshots and all? Like come on, man. Like I'm not, I don't like it. It ain't, and then I I just I feel like it's a racial insult, and I take a personal offense to it, man. No, like this happens to everybody. Just like you said, just for volume, most female wrestlers have extensions. It just looks better on TV just to give you that volume, and not even just wrestlers. Singers and actresses. Like this is common, man. This ain't like stop it. There's a white girl at my job that they got some extensions in her hair. It looks silly,
The
but
the 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 jail job or the why?
yeah, yeah, the gel.
Okay.
I don't know what her deal is. I don't know her like that, but I've seen it, and I was like, "Oh, you got extensions." Like, it's not Hollywood style
Well, I figured it wasn't.
installation.
I figured it wasn't. But is her hair long? Like, is it like extensions down to her buttocks to make it, or is it just
It's
like
not super
shoulder
long,
length?
so I don't know if she's like maybe kind of thin and insecure. Listen, I don't know. I don't even know her like that, but I've seen it, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, okay, well
They're visible. They're visible.
yeah, yeah."
No, I don't like it. But back to Jade, I don't like it. Man, Jade, Charlotte, Lyra. I would like to say I do hate these fatal 4-way matches, but that's
Do
just
you?
okay. The King of the Ring, the way it is right now, I hate it.
Okay, so for the King of the Ring, I am kind of like because it used to be a nice sizable tournament. It seemed like they just kind of trying to quickly get to the the finals, but the matches themselves, I don't know, like I like a fatal four way. Um,
Number one, I feel like WWE has oversaturated multi-man matches. A multi-man match used to be something special, and it mattered. It would be for people that didn't like each other, not just a random.
yeah,
Look, we need to get all these people on this card so we can have everybody.
I mean that's a thing. I mean, we could have the same conversation about tag teams. It's like, man, I hate how they done tag team. Like they won't put the tag team champions in a nice spot on the card, but they'll end the night on a weekly basis in a tag match. We used to get tag matches in the Raw main event.
All the
Normally, it was
time,
all
yes.
the time.
I mean,
Triple H and Ric Flair versus
Shawn Michaels and Goldberg versus Evolution. What? Why are we
Evolution
having
was
this?
tagging for like a year straight.
Yeah. Yeah. Randy Orton and Ric Flair versus. No, stop.
And it didn't matter because it always ended with Evolution beating everybody up.
I mean, you remember when the Rock and Sock Connection wrestled a handicap match versus Evolution at WrestleMania? Like, what was that?
I wanted to bring that up because post, which is weird. I guess I'll never be satisfied. When Rock ended, I was like, man, that's a weird way for the Rock to have his last match, in which it wasn't announced as that, but you didn't see him again. It was like, man,
Yeah.
they just threw the Rock on WrestleMania, like in the it was like second, third match on the card.
Yep. Beginning
And
of the
then when
card.
he came back with the vengeance. Like now I am the card. I'm everything now. Oh my god, dude.
You are never gonna be happy with the
No, I get, and I come to terms with that.
for Dwayne. Did you buy any of his Papa Tui cologne?
I will. I will. I talk bad about him, but I am
well.
going to buy it because I watched some reviews.
Reviews, yeah. Everybody gave a good review from what I saw. All the
My
top
wife in
reviews.
the household, she has us boycotting Target, but that's the only place you can get it from. So I'm gonna have
You can order it
to.
online.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
I went on the site and I think it took me to a Target link.
Yeah.
Then he has Amazon, but the Amazon stuff is like everything but the cologne. Like it's got
But
the skin stuff.
You're gonna have to wait till the cologne stops becoming an exclusive because the soap isn't exclusive anymore. So the first year, it's gonna be an exclusive.
I'll go in there.
But I'm gonna get the trial pack, and then if I get some, it'll be part of the collection. I'll mix it in.
I've seen mixed reviews on one of them. I think it's the 7.
Yeah.
I've seen mixed reviews, but the like
P1
001 and the 21,
yeah.
I heard good stuff about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the pack and then do the trial.
Yeah,
pack.
I'm gonna get the trial pack. See what I like, and go from there.
What can work? Because personally, I'm tired of wearing Versace to the gym. That's a waste. It's a waste, brother. It's a waste. It's a $20 spray. That's a waste. There's $20 gone. Well, not $20. Maybe like $5, but still, it's $5 spray.
You try that scent bird.
Yeah, I've done them before. Well, that's the reason. That's usually how I pick which cologne I'm going to pay full price for. Is I go through Scentbird, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I like it, so I'll buy a full bottle. Versace's like $100 and some bucks. My favorite is Creed Aventus, but I'm not paying $400 for a bottle. But I will pay $20.
I looked it up after you was talking about it, and I was like, I don't know.
I might do it eventually. Like if I live long enough to be 50 years old, I'll buy myself a $400 bottle.
Then you just gotta wear Papa Tui because, like I've said, it's sugar daddy spray.
I'm not gonna be a sugar daddy because I'm not gonna because I'm not Jey Uso. No yeet. No yeet. Not at all. Speaking of Jey Uso, I would like to say, since they're literally pissing on LA Knight, he better win Money in the Bank.
Here's my thing about LA Knight.
Yeah.
People get mad about him losing, and they'll say, "Oh, you're ruining LA Knight. You're ruining LA Knight," but they still be there for him. And I know that should be like, "Oh, that's your sign that you should push him because fans still love him." I feel like WWE be like, "That's our sign that we could do anything what we want with him because fans will still love him."
Yes, but no, but no. We Jay Uso won that match.
Yeah,
Jay Uso, man.
going King of the Ring, man.
No, no, no. No,
I see a good storyline with him trying to win the WWE Championship. I like it.
no, because but no. If he wins and he wrestles Cody, that's stupid. If he wins and he wrestles Roman, yes.
I like that too. I just don't know if that happened that soon. I do see them turning on him. Which, by the way, SmackDown, Jacob coming to recruit
Solo.
Solo. First of all, it lets me know they don't know what they're doing. Because at Night of Champions, was it Night of Champions? Was that the last one?
No, that's the one that's coming.
That's the one's coming up. What was this one called?
Backlash. Clash in Italy.
Too many PLEs. They don't even feel primitive anymore.
They're not special.
But Roman, he's joking and he's talking to the Usos and he said, "They next. We're gonna beat them up next." And then he says he wants them to come. What? Who's writing? What?
When he said they next, I was like, oh, they're just gonna like start jumping the MFTs during their matches, and then the next thing you know, you just got Jacob. Hey, little cousin. Big cuz wants you to come be part of the family again, okay? I know why he Fatu. No. But I mean, the tone in Jacob is not even conflicted. It's like two different people are writing for this man.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you can tell because 1 minute he's like, "Nah, I didn't acknowledge your punk ass, Jay. You either, Jimmy. Well, here's
That's
Roman."
the thing. He to be fair, he came there because Roman sent him.
Yeah.
And I will say this is bad writing. And I'm not just saying this as a Cody fan, but I will say it, like you are turning SmackDown into the B show when you are having Raw subplots being carried on SmackDown that do not fully convert back to Raw. And this has been going on for like a month or two, where like Jacob's been involved with a side beef with Solo, and it doesn't cross back over to Raw. And it's it's a weird situation they doing, and they need to stop it. And if and and what's the point if Roman don't even want to show up SmackDown? Why even do it? Like it's silly. Um, we got the show separated for a reason. We don't need to make SmackDown a B side of Raw. Like don't do that. If you want to involve, yeah, like if you want to involve some of that stuff, just bring them over to Raw. Just do that. Because outside of that, they also do not have a storyline.
I mean, they have little interaction, just like when Tama Tonga had an interaction with Finn Balor. You know, the Bullet Club connection.
Yeah, they've been teasing that for so long that I didn't forget about it.
And then Tama Tonga, there's no even reason to have it because the Gorillas of Destiny doesn't exist unless you're going to hire his brother back for a lower rate. Like, we're going to hire you back for $50,000. Well, he's going to be poor by then. So he ain't going to have no money. You know? So no, that's what I'm saying. You can't put it together because it can't go just work. You're just going to have Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Finn Balor as the new Bullet Club. They're going to call themselves the new... There ain't no damn Judgment Day. We have a Judgment Day. It's Liv Morgan.
Shinsuke started it all. He started it all with talking to him and having these side conversations.
Okay, so I guess he can be in there. And then AJ Styles can manage him. We the new Bullet Club, y'all. My friends, I'm here.
They get a pop 1 week and then not have nothing to do for the next 6 weeks.
Then they can put Michin in the group, take her away from Jade. I mean, no, come on now. No. I feel like it could it have something special? Yes. We could have Bloodline versus Bullet Club.
So when Shinsuke was talking to Tama, I guess I never thought about it of a way of them making a click together. I just thought of it was just Shinsuke trying to talk him into just being his own man, just trying to
I
open his
thought
eyes.
at first I was thinking like, oh, they're just gonna break out, and
Yeah,
he's gonna be his own guy, and then they're gonna
that's how I
kill this
seen
whole
it. I didn't think
MFP stuff.
about making a separate faction or nothing. But I guess like you said, with Finn now doing the same thing, I don't know what the
There has to
I don't
be.
think there's any. I don't think there's any plan. I think it's just to create a situation so Solo can be like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to turn on us? Where you?" I really think it's just
I think just to have
it's
marks like us to
yeah, that to
just talk about
speculate
it,
and to have
to
some
speculate.
melodrama.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it's any
So,
real long term planning. It's just
which is stupid. Stupid. At least Vince said this, and it made sense. Don't tease something you can't do. Don't.
that is one Vince idea that I totally agree with because I was mad when he got mad at Punk and Austin. So I was like, man, this is so cool. But I do see it now because like they do things now like where they'll have a random thing going on Raw, where it's like a backstage segment, somebody's talking, then in the background you see somebody walking with somebody else, like they like they're playing like a team up or something, and
Yeah,
like but instead of this being seeds for what's going to happen, this is like test run stuff.
yeah. I mean,
Like if people
granted,
like it enough, or we still feeling it, we
I mean
might
it
do it,
was
but we might not.
it was they done that stuff like look at all the test runs they did with Carey and Cross because we would see him
Yeah.
talking to random people and some of it never came off.
One
The
time they
only
did it with
one,
Hurt Business.
never happened. But then we had the only one that seems to be like they're even working on is Max Dupree and Austin Theory. You know, I guess she's going to turn heel on Alpha Academy. Maybe they're going to put Gable back
Please don't.
with Otis and
Please don't.
Tozawa. That's going to be our new babyface Chad Gable with Otis and Tozawa. It's going to be crap.
Just
It's
let
going to be
Chad just
trash.
be his own man and go on this great run that he is destined to be on.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I think he should be Intercontinental Champion. If anybody's gonna, I think he should be AAA Megala Champion. I think he should beat Dominic Mysterio and go
Is
have
he
a
supposed to be gone
rematch.
forever though? Like, isn't he?
He can win the title and only defend it on Raw. When was the last time Dominic defended the title? Never. He needs to be losing to Ludwig Kaiser immediately.
They building up to it. Probably at AAA Mania.
Yeah, if he doesn't lose a Triple Mania, who knows? If Dominic becomes King of the Ring, it's better than Jey Uso.
I like the idea of Jay winning it, man. I like it.
If Jey wins, he has to wrestle. He needs to wrestle Roman.
I like that too.
He needs to wrestle Roman, and then
I just think it's
then
too soon for that turn though. That's why.
he needs to wrestle. I feel like now they're just rushing everything in the Bloodline storyline, though.
Yeah.
Everything is a rush job because they know they need to take the
Unless it's a
title off of
quick
Roman
thing where
before
it's like,
by
because
SummerSlam.
first of all, this whole storyline is starting off. Uh, he starting off wrong because Roman said, "Hey, we all equals. I'm not here to boss y'all around," but that's what he's doing. So they should be, and
Roman
they falling in line too. Well, Jay is. Jimmy's just kind of there.
Jimmy's trying to like, hey guys, let's all be a family. I love you all, you guys. Love you too, Roman. You're OTC. I love my
Yeah, like
baby. I love
he's
my
not
wife.
he's not disagreeing, but he is side eyeing all of the comments. But
Yeah. Jimmy's the voice of reason. Like, I don't think this is right, y'all. Let's talk about this. Ain't no talking, ooze. he gotta get God. He's like, oh,
And then he
God.
goes along with it, but he does say like this might be a bad idea.
He's like, hey, Jacob, maybe we can treat you better. No, we beat his ass because he's supposed to listen to the OTC. Okay, Jay. Stop it.
Meanwhile,
Stop. You ain't even Big
on the
Jim.
house shows, they're all dancing together.
Yeah. Yeah. Screw the house shows. They're going to baseball games, football games.
Dude, they
They
are
hanging
like,
out. They doing family activities together.
everybody's smiling and having a great time.
Except Roman Reigns.
Everybody but Roman. Everybody.
That's the reason I told you. I was like, no, he does not hang out with them people in real life. When he was a child, yes. When he got married and had those 5 children, no. His wife is probably like, they're ghetto. I want to eat mayonnaise. You don't eat mayonnaise in my house. I want a turkey leg. Bitch, you acknowledge me. Yes.
And they all got big families. So I feel like, at first I was like, all right, he did get sick a while. He probably can't be out like that. But I can't use that excuse. This man was at the White House.
No, he goes out. He was around a whole lot of people. He was, oh no, he probably had a section, just me and Hunter, okay?
Yeah,
I see him every week.
And then to top it off, and I get it, because I got some friends that's UFC fans, and they not necessarily on that side of the manosphere and the right wing stuff. They but they just like UFC. But with Roman, and I guess you can't control when the camera gets on you. I do want to take that in consideration. But I will say this is a bad look. This man went out here and said the most disrespectful thing about former First Lady Michelle Obama. They shift the camera to you. What the?
You like?
What?
And he's like, I'm Roman Reigns still.
Oh my, what?
He'll turn incoming even if he doesn't want it. But
he could have kept that usual meme mug he had. He could have did that. This man was. Why are you cheesing?
No, they told him to smile. The cameraman said, I'm getting ready to get on you, smile. And he didn't, because it was a smile, but it was an awkward smile. Like, should I smile? Okay.
It was like, oh, it was a bad look, man. It was a bad look.
It was horrible for Roman. It's horrible for TKO. But remember now that Trump is a minority owner of TKO. You gotta do what you gotta do. TKO is owned by the most mishmash of human beings possible. Vince McMahon, The Rock, Donald Trump, Ari Emanuel. Think about these. All these strange human beings own this company. Mr. McMahon is a minority owner, but he's still an owner.
It's all good. It'll be part of Rehab season long before you know it.
No, I'm pretty sure he's part of Rehab season. And the whole company
is majority.
The entire company being part of Rehab season.
Yeah.
It will happen. I promise you it will happen. The game, man, I don't know. Before we get off here, I do want to talk about AEW. Man, AEW has been on an incredible run. I know we're talking about WWE. Everybody's talking about TNA's dropping the ball. But where TNA has dropped the ball, AEW has picked up that ball and ran with it with a lot of the stars. I'm pretty sure Steve Macklin will be over there. Your boy Myron Reed, who, like I said, had an amazing match with the Jet, Kevin Knight over there. Whenever Josh Alexander gets healthy again, he'll be over there. I'm pretty sure he's going to be killing it. He was killing it before. Jake Doyle, formerly known as Jake something. TNA has touched so many people. They even had Ospreay as one of his last independent matches before he even joined the AEW roster. AEW is killing it. Man, Darby Allin, I know a lot of people were upset at Darby's reign, but Darby, I think, brought attention to the product. And, of course, my favorite AEW wrestler, because he knows.
He's hot.
Leo
He's hot.
Rush. Man, what are your feelings on AEW as a whole right now?
I think is slowly getting back to what it was, how it first was presented as, like, an alternate thing, but not the thing that's like, oh, that's the alternate company, but something that's wholly separate that's in its own bubble, its own world, and that's what AEW just needs to be. And it has some exciting things, like you mentioned about Leo Rush. I wasn't too hot about it at first, but it's catching on, and it's also evolving past what it seemed. The things I did not like isn't there as much. I didn't like the weird way he was wrestling and hopping around and stuff.
He still does it. He still does
He,
the
I
gallop.
guess, yeah. I feel like it's a little bit more toned than the weird stuff we were seeing. Um, and he's building the character. So I do like. I hope it is stay. I hope it becomes or is like a two personality thing, because he has done a few things where he showed up on screen and just kind of was like, oh, Leo. So I hope it does become like a two-person thing, like a Mick Foley. I get the Darby Allen thing. My thing about Darby is I don't think he's meant to have a long run, and that's not me trying to diss him or nothing. I think he's a cool. He would be a cool guy to get multiple short runs. Like, he's a hot guy. He's meant to chase. He's meant to have it for a moment, but he ain't meant to reign supreme for a year or nothing. Just because, one, he's a guy that's getting beat up and hurt a lot. Like, so like those reigns is gonna be short, but as long as they keep coming, I think he'll be fine. As far as a AEW, he is, one of the top, faces. Like, so I hope it's not like, oh, that was it. Like, I hope there's, more runs and more things for him to keep coming. You said you think you know that whole that title is leading to a Offspray MJF match anyway. So once we get that out of the way in the future, we can see another, Darby run at the top.
I believe that MJF will drop the title to Osprey, and MJF will go on to have a feud with Mick Foley.
I don't want that.
I don't want that either. And Foley has stated that his last match will be in AEW, and he wants a program with MJF.
I feel like I've heard Mick Foley talk about who he want to have his last match with, like, for like 15 years, and it's always somebody that I do believe he really does like. Don't get me wrong, I'm not thinking that, but I just feel like what I think is what he does not realize, because I do think he means these things he's saying, but what I think he doesn't realize is that he just don't want to stop wrestling. He always wants to do this.
And that's okay. It's not
Yeah, there's
okay.
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just think, like man, you're getting way too excited, dog. Like you and you need to just step back. You had a hell of a career. Ain't nobody forgot about you. Everybody still loves you. Everybody still talks about some of the crazy things you've done 20, 30 years ago. You don't have to prove nothing else to nobody. You're not broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing this? You don't move as good as you used to. And we always concerned about different surgeries you need to get. What are you doing this for? Who are you doing this for? Is
I
it just
mean,
for you?
it ain't for AEW. I mean, it's something
What
to
does your wife and
say.
children think? They don't want you doing this.
They didn't want you to have your match when you had with The Rock, which we all
Mm,
saw when he got
mm.
hit in the head with the chair, and that was over 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost 30 years ago. It was almost 30 years ago. So now, no. And you versus MJF, I'm pretty sure that MJF, like, won't hurt you and do his
No,
best to make sure that you're okay.
yeah,
Because
he would,
I've
but
never heard a human
he
being
just
say
don't
it.
need to do it.
Oh, no, he
He don't
doesn't.
need to.
And it's not going to be a regular match. It's going to be a Texas death match.
Yeah, he's gonna ask him do something crazy, and then at one point he was thinking about trying to do a death match with, like, in I think with maybe Matt Cardona or something,
Yeah,
or
Matt wouldn't do that. Matt knows. No, no. He would have never been able to come back to WWE as you killed Mick Foley. We can't have you come back for PR. Oh no.
yeah, he like come in a meeting and like D.L. Brown be sitting in there.
Remember me and Draws? Yeah, you're on that. You're on that list now. No one wants that. So no, but I mean, with MJF is a mega star. He literally could kill Mick Foley and still get hired at WWE in 2 to 3 years if he chose to. 30 years old and being able to talk that good, and
Jeff's only 30.
yeah.
Okay.
So, and all those things, and able to wrestle as well as he can, But no, I don't want to see it. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. But there's a lot of things I don't want in AEW. They're World Tag Team Champions. I hate who their tag team champions are.
Who's the tag team champion?
Edge and Christian.
Oh yeah. Never mind. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, it's Cope and Cage. I love.
I like the win, man. I like. What's wrong with them being tag team champions, man?
What's wrong with them wrestling in general? When your children are adults and you had your children when you were wrestling, stop.
I mean, Christian's still nice in the ring.
I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm not saying that Cope can't spear and play with his hair, because that's all he did when he was at the top of his entire thing. No, I'm not saying they can't do their moves, but I don't want to see them do their moves.
This is a podcast where that gets most of his views off of saying wild things.
This isn't wild.
No, I'm about to say one.
Okay.
Outside of some of the gimmicks, the gimmick matches, the angle, and the cool cash-ins. Outside of that, man, there really ain't that many good edge matches.
They mean wow. That's just a factual statement. That's true. That's true. That is true. I don't find that wow at all. Christian was the better wrestler and had way better matches than Edge.
I mean, I think the only one that without a crazy stipulation that I really love that stands out to me.
Don't say
him and Tate.
Okay.
Which one you thought gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say that Randy Orton Edge match, the greatest match that ever was.
No. Do you know what that had me sitting and questioning? Because one, they gave it that title, greatest wrestling match ever, and I remember watching it, and I was am I not appreciating wrestling enough? Is this is this underrated? What am I supposed to like this? Because it's cool. I don't love this.
That match was like an hour.
It was an hour long. No, and then it was during. I want to say it was during the weird no fans era.
Yes, it was. It was at that WrestleMania with no people.
And I remember, what was it like? Was they on top of a car or something like that?
They were on a truck. One of the trucks. And then no, it was completely ignorant. It was stupid. It was the worst match ever in the line of history.
I'm not gonna say it's the worst. It
wasn't the best. That match was
garbage.
It wasn't the best. It was garbage. The match was garbage.
But it's crazy because it's two guys who I think who I feel the same about. They can have great matches under certain circumstances. And I'm not taking it away from them, but I don't want to see Randy Orton in just anybody. If he's just doing it his signature stuff, then sure. But I'm talking about if it's time for a main event 30-minute match, I don't want to see Randy in anybody. I don't. An Edge, I don't want. Without just a regular one-on-one match, I don't want to see Edge with just anybody. If I gotta watch this 30 minutes, I don't.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. I don't want to see Matt Edge wrestle at all. I want Randy Orton's career to end very soon.
Dude, I don't know, man. We ain't seen this man since Mania.
Randy's supposed to come back by SummerSlam. That's the rumor. Okay. The rumor is Randy's supposed to come back at SummerSlam. So I feel like maybe we'll have I don't know. Is Randy going to be babyface or heel? SmackDown doesn't make sense.
He's been gone so long that he could come back with ignoring everything that happened in Mania.
And see, I don't like that. I don't like what happened in Mania. I don't like any of that Pat McAfee stuff. But is he going to come back and him and Cody are going to start playing with each other's testicles? What's going to happen now? Is he going to hit him with an RKO? What's going to happen? Like, this can't be. Like, I want Randy to go for the title, but Jesus Christ, it's not making sense.
I think with that, Randy and Cody did probably try to push for getting all the celebrity stuff out. But I don't know. Part of me thinks Randy might have actually maybe walked into WrestleMania hurt more than they originally thought. That's why he tried to slide in the back stuff. I think probably they didn't find that out until maybe, the week before or something short notice. And because they just started sliding it in there during the match. Like, it wasn't no story about, wasn't no. And so they slid that in. And then the way it ended with him beating up Cody and then disappearing let me know that was not planned.
I can see that.
I think there probably had to been like originally another rematch scheduled for whatever the next PLE was. There's been so many. I don't know. Was it Backlash? I don't know.
All these
No
pay-per-views. But yeah, it probably was meant for Backlash. Yes, Backlash was the next one.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They probably had a rematch planned for Backlash, but because why else would you have Randy do all that and then not show up again?
I mean, I get that. But we also have to talk about, speaking of injuries, thoughts that the WWE Women's Champion is injured. Mommy, Rhea Ripley.
I didn't even hear that.
Yes. Michael Cole said it on SmackDown that Rhea Ripley is out indefinitely.
Oh, damn.
But they're doing evaluations to see how bad the injury is, and that will determine if they strip her of the Women's Championship.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I hope she recovers well. I did want to see her, and I wanted to see a little bit more interaction between her and
JC
what's her name? JC Jane. I wanted to see something. I wanted to see a program, to be all the way honest with you. I mean, hopefully, what's wrong with
her? They said she had a knee problem, a knee injury. I don't know what's going on. Maybe she just, I don't know if that's shoot or work, or maybe she just decided to stay in Italy a little bit longer because of the family ties. I mean, I don't know what was going on, but what I am going to say that I hope it's a work and not a shoot.
Hopefully.
I'm kind of sad that Jade has seemingly been pushed down to feud with Tiffany over the United States title.
All right. So, and this makes it hard for me because I don't want no personal slander towards Jade, but also I got some slander.
Lord. Oh Lord.
No, I don't think she needs to be in that title picture. She's got the name, she's got the look. I got you, but you scared to have her wrestle anybody to defend the title. Like, if that's the case, then don't have her do it. Her and Tiffany ain't a bad. It's not a bad. And she can have that title and not defend it. Nobody will bat an eye about it. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna lose no heat. Like, she's good. Like, she's popular. She's gonna. But have her in that world title picture and then she can't defend the belt. Why? We wasting everybody's time. And I mean, if I don't want to speak no injury on nobody, but if Rhea's gone, who ain't had the belt in a minute, and everybody gets sick of them winning the belt, but it's been some time. Charlotte Flair, man. Like,
I'm saying this.
Let's go back. Let's do a WCW number, man.
This is what I want. If she's injured, have a one-night tournament. Put it on Blake Monroe.
Oh, that's a Bo's decision.
Best
the world title, the women's champion,
world title, okay, world title.
Right. Better look.
I'm gonna say this: better looking than Tiffany Stratton. Better wrestler than Tiffany Stratton. Better wrestler than every woman on that roster, other than Charlotte Flair that wrestles.
She's better than Tiffany.
She's better than Tiffany. I don't think. I'm gonna say this: I feel like Tiffany is a manufactured wrestler. She learned everything she knows about wrestling from NXT. That is not Mariah May. Mariah May learned how to wrestle.
Wait a minute, Tiffany got trained by. I forgot.
Okay, so that means they're
It's a
not
wrestling
relevant.
legend that she got trained
She
by
did. I
Raw.
mean, she does have a legit, but then NXT took her and fine tuned her. Look how long she
Yeah, yeah,
stayed in
yeah.
NXT. That is not Blake Monroe. That is not Mariah May. You know, that British strong style. She can wrestle like that. She went to AEW. We know that.
Right, right.
She only went to NXT to fine tune it. If we talk
Hmm.
about women's feuds, not matches, women's feuds for the past 5 years, you can't leave out Mariah May and Tony Storm.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm
If you
not.
if you talk about just promos, you can't leave out Mariah May and Tony Storm, and not just Tony Storm by herself. I truly believe that the future of women's wrestling are two women in the WWE, and it is Kiana James and Blake Monroe.
Oh wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't see Tiffany in a high position in the future. You don't see her
Yeah, they're gonna put her there, but she's garbage. You can put it.
garbage.
They love putting garbage at the top. Look at Jay.
I think she's a good wrestler, man.
Garbage.
Come on, man.
She's Jay Uso with extensions.
Come on. I don't. And I will say this. I think I do think a part of me has a special spot in my heart for that match with her and Becky Lynch NXT. That was so good.
Look, Becky Lynch carried that on her back. Just like Becky Lynch carried Lyra. Lyra's just now stepping up to be what she should be.
Come on, man. Laura's really good, man. And Laura's put some bangers on Raw.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Bayley, for teaching her how to wrestle.
She had some good matches before Bailey.
Thank you, Becky, for holding her up. No. Lyra. You remember that match when Lyra was what was her hands were shackled, and then all of it they slipped out, but then I'm gonna put it back in.
Hey, man, everybody makes some mistakes.
No,
Man.
that was stupid. Even Triple H was like, well, doesn't work. I like it. Let's move on. She put her hand back in. The fuck? Yeah. What? No, I feel like Lyra got better by hanging out with Bayley. Not that Lyra was hot garbage, but she got better by hanging out with Bayley. She's got better by being under the learning tree of Becky Lynch. And I'm not a big Becky Lynch fan, but I think her ring psychology is good. I think the two best ring psychologists in the WWE are Charlotte Flair and Bayley. When it comes to the women, anyway, not men, but women. Yes, I think they know what they're doing. I think Rhea's not that far behind. I think she picked up, but she's not as good as Charlotte. I don't think any woman in WWE is as good as Charlotte.
But you don't think Tiffany's gonna catch up in ring psychology?
No, because I think Tiffany is chasing peanuts within the WWE Performance Center. Whether
I don't even know who she's dating. So I
saw who she's dating. They got tattoos of each other already. She's jumping the gun.
Who's she dating?
Some man, I don't know, but it ain't Ludwig because he's got Latino in it now.
I mean, breakups happen, man.
I mean, no. I'm not saying that's a big deal. But what I'm saying is that her focus isn't being a better wrestler. You know, I feel like Bayley's whole life was I want to be a better wrestler. That was Mercedes Monet's whole life. I want to be a better wrestler. Charlotte Flair, I want to be a better wrestler for my dead brother. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be a better wrestler for somebody else. I don't think that's what Tiffany is. Kiana James is married and has a husband, so her whole deal is I'm gonna get better in my career, which is a wrestler. You know, you have Blake Monroe, who just like the Blake on this channel, had a WWE contract being a model selling merch. Just like you, sir. And then her goal. Then after that, she became a WWE superstar.
Okay, so I get you on that. I do. The passion, the same. She has won this forever, but I mean, that don't mean that Tiffany don't want this either. She may not have wanted it as long, but I think she's here for the long run, man.
She's here for the long run because she's a blonde and she has fake breasts.
Oh my god.
Blake Monroe, Mariah May is here because she wants it. She's a better wrestler. She's the woman of, you can say, let's have a thumbtack match. Tiffany Stratton, what if one of my boobs pop? Blake Monroe, let's go. I've been bloody before. And she has.
You're right. You're right.
She'll do whatever. They like,
I like Blake Monroe. I do like her. I just when you just named her as winning that, I just thought like it is just a little early for that. That was really my thing. But I also didn't expect such a negative review on Tiffany. I didn't.
No. I feel like this. Blake Monroe, better wrestler. She has the same look as Tiffy, only she pulls it off better.
Do you think so?
And she has a better.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And she has the better theme song.
It's a good theme.
Yes, it's part of my playlist to the gym.
I heard you say that before. That's a
factual statement, brother.
I listen to music, but a lot of times in the gym, I'm like bumping. I got like true crime podcast going on.
Oh no, I'm not trying to. I will listen to when it's leg day. I'm listening to Natural Born Killer, the song. Like that's when I'm putting 300-400 pounds on my back to squat. I'm thinking about New Jack stapling somebody's head, or stabbing that man, justifiable homicides. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, usually not a lot. I mean, well, sometimes it is, but not always like serial killer or something. Sometimes it's like, like cults and things of that nature.
That makes you want to lift weights.
I in general just like podcasts. So sometimes I'm at work listening to podcasts. That's when I most listen to it. When I'm like in the office, typing up stuff, I'm listening to podcasts. But sometimes when I'm at the gym, sometimes I do want to listen to something hype. But sometimes I was like, I just want to continue my podcast.
I mean, if I'm doing cardio,
so it's not for like motivation. It's not that. It's just kind of like I got time when I have time to access my podcast. I want to access my podcast.
Like if I'm doing cardio,
I'm a rapper.
Listen.
Sometimes I don't want to hear other people rapping. I don't.
We can listen to somebody sing. R. Kelly ain't singing you a song.
Yeah.
He's talking about digging in a woman's guts.
I'm not gonna listen.
Or child's guts. Child.
I'm not.
No women. Because
of that, I'm not listening to that.
He's king R&B.
I hear people. I hear them say that. I hear them. I'm not here to debate because I can't name somebody, but I don't think. For as great as I'll admit, he's a super talented guy, and he's made some classics over the years. But I don't think I need to celebrate him. I'll say that.
Montez Ford is going to be the king of rap.
He's not. He's not going to be king of rap. It's not bad. He just threw me off.
Is he better than AJ Francis?
From what I heard, yeah.
Swerve.
From what I've heard, it was better than stuff I've heard from Swerve. Yeah.
Leo Rush.
About even.
Myron Reed. I'm not going to let you say that. I'm not going to let you answer that because it's your homie. But anyway. I'm not going to put you out there like it because that's your boy.
Oh, man.
But you can text me the answer, brother.
But I'll say Leo and Montez probably about even. I'll say that from what I've heard. And I've only heard that one thing because I didn't know he rapped.
I've heard him a couple times, but I know he has a single. I'll send you the single. He has like a whole video. I'll send it to you.
But that picture that went viral, I will say, I said something in the group chat. I said, Dawkins need to hurry up and come back before he come back and his boys tag team champions with Seth Rollins. He needs.
I mean, that might be up. That might be tonight on Raw. Who knows? Because it's on right now.
Oh yeah, man, we gotta get.
But we do have to go. But been a long time since we left you without anything to
we had a lot of topics to talk about.
What
was that from?
Dust yourself off and try again. Brooke Hogan. Arlia.
Oh my God.
Arlia, brother.
Who is currently online going through a social awakening, like she's becoming woke? What are we doing?
Well, now she can. Her daddy did. She can woke. She can divorce her husband, have a mixed baby. It doesn't matter. Brookamania is gonna run wild, dude.
I think she loves her husband. I don't think she wants a divorce.
Hogan loved Linda too. That didn't stop him from leaving Linda.
Yeah. And then the weird thing is like, do you love him or do you hate him? Like, where are we going with the Hogan stuff?
Look, it sounded good for a documentary. She didn't give a shit about Terry Jean.
But she's talking with Bubba.
Who, Brooke?
Yeah.
Oh, she loves her daddy.
It's weird because one minute she says something and then something.
Bubba says he loves that man.
You know what? When it comes to him, I I don't know, and I don't get him, and I don't because it was like if you love him, and he's been obsessed with him ever since Hogan stopped being friends with him. But my thing is, why did you do that?
Why did he videotape it? Because he was jacking off to it later.
But why did he need to leak it?
He didn't leak it. His assistant leaked it.
Oh, I got you. But in the tape, he's like, "We got him." Like, what? Why are you doing that?
He might have wanted to extort him later on, but
Your friend. Why would you do this?
I would say this, and this is what I'm going to say. Young Hulk Hogan was a hell of a businessman and probably just as cruel and piece of shit as Vince, right? That's when they were friends. Old Hulk Hogan thought all those people that he put behind him and and like literally people that he made sure that didn't have good as deals as he did, like Ed Leslie, and everybody else. They were waiting for him to go down, so that's the reason they stayed close. They leached off of that money, and then when
and let me ask you this then, because you say that, and maybe I don't know, but regardless of what people think of him as far as being greedy and wrestling stuff, but it seemed, at least it seemed, like he took care of his boys.
I mean, Brian Knobbs should have stopped working. He shouldn't have never had a job past his last run in WCW. But Hollywood Hogan made sure he did.
Yeah, so I mean,
but
yeah.
Brian Knobbs got paid by VH1. God knows he shouldn't have, but he did, and that was all Hogan. But you have to understand, he also has other friends, people that he said he loved that you didn't see get any money. You didn't see anybody give any money to Brutus Beefcake during the Hogan Knows Best era. Brutus didn't get nothing. Brutus wasn't on the show.
Is that because they fell out, or?
No, they didn't fall out till later on, and that was with his second wife. Brutus' second wife, not even Hogan's. That was with Brutus' second wife.
Oh, that's why she fell out by him saying stuff, because she was new.
Yeah.
Oh, wife, she was used to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she already knew. She knew. She knows Terry's nasty. Well, yeah, Terry ran through my ex-wife. But I had Linda too. It was fun. We did coke.
No.
We did cocaine and traded love. Family.
Davis can relate.
That's so gross. But that's the way people did. That's the way they did their thing. But brother, before we get off of here, I do have to ask you this one question. Jacob Fatu in the Bloodline. Has it been good? Is it bad? Or do you think this is killing the potential of Jacob ever being the WWE champion and the face of the franchise?
I don't think it's killing potential of him being champ. Although I don't know how high the potential is in him being champ. Not because I'm doubting him or anything like that. I just because, just WWE and there's certain guys, they sign that they put a glass ceiling on. And I do feel like he may be one of those, but he is so over. And I do feel like this is killing his momentum, but he can always bounce back. And the bounce back, the length of that, how long it'll take for that bounce back really determines on how the storyline goes. If this is one of those storylines where he gets his balls back and turns on them, then he'll bounce back quickly. If it's one of those things where he stays a long time being emasculated, then I don't know. It really just depends. Right now, I think he's all right because it seems like it gives me the vibes of that weird Shawn Michaels JBL thing where he was like, yeah, so like he can bounce back. It's gonna be not fun to watch.
I feel like this: if Jay wins and then Jacob manipulates, if Jay wins and then Jay beats Roman at SummerSlam, then Jacob goes to acknowledge Jay, then super kicks Jay and said, "I told you I didn't acknowledge your punk ass, Jay." And then he beats
Oh, that'd
Jay
be nice.
to become the champion. Then I'll be like, that's fine. But
Also,
if
and that's one good scenario to do this. But I also wonder why. And this is not me hating. This is really me as a wrestling fan. Why is Roman a babyface in this, or how is Roman a babyface in this?
Roman is a heel, and people just cheer, and so does Michael Cole because he puts him over as a babyface,
Right, he puts him over,
which doesn't make sense. There's nothing wrong with the man wanting to do better by his family. And I'm talking about Jacob because that makes sense. I think as a man with a family,
it was like they forced him to be a heel because he said all that, and then they made it where he was doing the tone death grip, and then they did all that stuff, and it made him look like a heel. But then after he lost, then they got him falling. I ain't never John Cena or Hulk Hogan ain't never beat nobody and then make them be a lapdog afterwards.
Oh, no.
What? What is going on?
No, because that's not what baby faces do. Roman Reigns is a heel.
They beat a heel
a bad guy.
they beat a heel to put him down and move on to the next thing. They've never beat
a heel
Ted
to enslave him.
And then like what are we doing? That's not baby face.
He's Vince McMahon. They've made him into Vince McMahon, into a heel.
And I didn't even know that was the rule. I mean, I know he said after I win, you gotta acknowledge me. And it's like, cool, all right, whatever. But he won, and they said, "Come on, Jacob." And I was like, "What? Come on, where? What is going?"
You know what really makes this no sense is the first time he had that match, it was with Solo, and Solo still don't acknowledge you, nigga.
No, he didn't. He did.
He
even said he didn't. He went on SmackDown and said he didn't, and he said he don't care about
Chief.
And then he said, "I'll make my own," and then
it didn't even make sense. So it makes even less sense because Solo lost. If they bring up you lost too, Solo, you got to fall in line. Don't make me beat you again. And then Solo abandons the MFTs and he's over here just moping around behind them with Jacob holding hands, singing Kumbaya in the background because they left in the dust while the Usos are like, we get to be flunkies, boo, 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 boo. That's the only thing. But no, it doesn't make any sense.
Would he be dancing with them on the house shows?
Oh, they all gonna just dance on the house shows. There's no rules. It's just them day one-ish. No.
His Solo doesn't seem like the type that would do that. He don't seem.
Only one of them has a whole viral TikTok where he's just dancing, and it's none of the Usos except Solo.
Oh yeah. Talking about the old stuff when he was like in high school.
Yeah, with his hair long and not dyed.
And then he got mad because that stuff went viral, and then he like went back and like deleted all his old stuff.
No, gotta delete all this. This was embarrassing to the character and me as a man.
Well, he was like singing and dancing about like not liking math. Oh no, he was making tweets. He has like 100 tweets. Like, I hate math. I hate. It's like, what? And he's a kid. I'm not gonna judge, but
he was young. I mean, it's no big deal. No big deal. I mean, Solo's barely 30 years old. I mean, I would hate to see Jacob's tweets. Rob his bitch right now.
Oh,
I don't want to see.
No, you're right because there's so many old videos of him like flashing gang signs.
Him and Zilla, they can't never say we lived a good life. No, you didn't. Stop now. Don't even do that line. We got video evidence that y'all were thugs.
And then that tape, that Shelton Benjamin when he said he met Zilla as a kid.
He came up to him and said, "What? What's wrong?" Even he's like, "I don't know what's wrong with him."
Why did he share that at the Black Wrestling Convention?
He just wanted. I think it was self-sabotage.
It feels like it. It feels like the one WrestleMania event where like every Black wrestling fan goes to. Like, why did
y'all put up with this child? Kick him out of the business now. Well, at least he's hanging out. He's hanging out with Enzo in real life, who's I guess is going to be rehired, and him and Cass are going to do things. Enzo's going to be on NXT, so I think it's going to be good.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Enzo and his girlfriend. She needs to get
Yeah.
they can get an angle going where she gets beat up
I don't want her on TV, man. Protect that girl
at
at
all
all
costs.
costs. Yeah, man.
Because she knows she's gonna be made fun of for just not
There's a
being. She's not ugly, but she's
no,
not.
she's not.
She's not what
She's got
we would call traditionally pretty either. So
but you know what though? Like she like remove the glasses, she's got a cute face.
yes,
I mean, yeah, she will out of shape, but in real life, everybody is. In
yeah.
real
Well, WWE is in real life.
life.
You know what I'm saying?
But
We,
I say protector. I just was watching, Tony Weaver.
yeah.
And I just watched a video he posted of this black um, plus size cosplayer, man. All she does is just post clips of her doing cosplay. And she's really good at it. She is big. Like, she's pretty big, but so what, man? Like if you don't like it, just go on another page. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they like it's just like she was posting a video like how she's like she want to quit cosplay just because people just constantly sending messages attacking her, man. It's just like, come on, dog. Like I see rappers all the time that I think suck. I don't go harassing them. I just don't. I might say something to you in the comments,
Yeah.
but I'm not attacking these people. No, I just and this ain't even about like her skills as a cosplayer. This is just to make fun of her for being black or for being overweight. Like, come on, grow up.
I'm a nerd, so I enjoy seeing black people cosplay. I don't feel like we're black. We can only need to cosplay something that's our color. That doesn't make sense. Our shape, that's stupid. You're a Pokemon fan, sir. I mean, if I saw you dressed up as a Mimikyu, I wouldn't be upset. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I wouldn't be like.
So before like this, that cosplay became such a like mainstream like thing. It was nothing but dorks and weirdos and over out of shape people. Like it that was the community
Mhm.
and everybody. And then when you found somebody black, like you just loved it. There was somebody like you that was into some nerdy stuff.
I would like to
Now it's
say that's the same community that watches wrestling and listens to
yeah,
podcasts and talks about this.
yes, it is. It definitely is.
Same people. It's the same crossover. Same people. They
With
don't.
wrestling fans, they kind of like they look down at the other stuff, but like look now, we're all at Comic Cons now.
Yep, but we're the same. I can tell you this. I went to a bodybuilding show, and in the same. This was 2 years ago. So I went to a bodybuilding show a few years ago, and but where if I were stuff for wrestling and or whatever, Dragon Ball, He-Man, whatever, because I have multiple interests in nerd culture. The bodybuilding community also has, so they didn't know. They're like, "What you here for? The wrestling or the bodybuilding?" You know, the Comic Con or the bodybuilding, because they were in the same venue. It was just you went left, you went to one. You went right, you went to the other. So the crossover of fans and all these things and all these different genres is so close to each other, especially nerd culture. And you might see a person that loves football, which is mainstream culture. Football or basketball. The Knicks won. Everybody was excited, but somebody might have a Knicks jersey, but on the back of the Knicks jersey, you'll see a Goku or from Dragon Ball Z. So you don't know because that culture, at least anime and what we call as nerd culture, has reached mainstream. Wrestling is trying, not even wrestling. WWE is begging to become mainstream. They're begging, and they're on the foots on mainstream media's door. Please allow us in, please, sir.
Embarrassing.
It really is because that's not what wrestling is about. Tony Khan owns a goddamn football team. He could put AEW on all that shit if he wanted to. He doesn't. They're not the same thing.
Because it's not cool when you do it like that. It's like just kind of like those like how we said about how that Kaiser and Chad Gable match, like those moments, like it's just like that magic of the right things happening at the right moment. When it does, it's perfect. The '80s when what's her name?
Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper. Not, it wasn't like, oh man, we gotta find. Like it just happened and it was right. Like and that those moments live on forever because it wasn't forced. It just you know what I'm saying. Like so you can't like And now it's different because WWE was more of a mom and pop company, and now it's TKO. So you force him, let's go call such and such and make him make a song, and then like, no, dude, don't like just let it happen.
Mm.
And but like let wrestling stay a subculture, like things like certain other nerd properties, they live in their own world, like Pokemon. Like we just brought up Pokemon is its own little thing. Every now and then, 15, 20 anniversary, little things happen. It creates this big hype. Pokemon still stays Pokemon. They don't try to do too hard to get mainstream. They do their thing. They know there's gonna be ups and downs, like the stock market.
Yeah.
There's gonna be ups and downs. Just welcome them when it comes. Keep doing you and retain your hardcore fan base when it goes away. That's all you need to do.
And people come to them. Like when it comes to anime, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Sailor Moon.
That too.
Sailor Moon had a Jimmy Choo line of Sailor Moon. They went to Jimmy Choo, went to Sailor Moon. They didn't ask them.
Because when WWE has those cool crossovers, like when Bait did those random shirts, like, oh man, it's cool as hell. But you don't have to force it. Just let them come, and talk. But don't be like now, like WWE. Because when first couple like crossovers was coming, I remember we was sharing them and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was, and I was hyped. But then like now, every 6 weeks, I ain't buying out shirts from everybody. Like it's not.
I do have who in their right mind bought that Darius Rucker, that Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish?
Oh, dude, that happened so randomly, and I don't know, man. It was so random and
random flannel shirts with WWE wrestlers logos on the back of them.
I don't know.
The fuck. Why would you have that?
I don't know. It's too much at once, man. And I didn't know Darius Rucker had a clothing line. That's another thing.
He shouldn't. You only know him as Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish. I don't want to be with you.
I knew of his solo stuff, I think, from just flipping around TV channels, and I've seen like some of his music videos, and then later looking at more and finding out they were all like the same. It's kind of like him singing a love song, and there's a bunch of white characters acting it while he's in the shadows, like he's not a part of this. Like he's just kind of narrating the story. When in your usual country music song, the singer he's the main actor in it. But Darius Rucker, no, he is just a side guy in his own music video while somebody else is having a love story.
Because he knows he's not supposed to be in front of the camera.
I get it. I get it. I hate it that that's the way it went, man.
Look, Darius Rucker was the savior of black country music, and now there's so many other people that do it better than him. So why does he? I mean, it just is. So now he's just WWE. Hey, I'm a fan. Nick Khan, I'm a fan of your music.
You know what? Because you know what the difference is. He came in and like just did country music, where now we have like people that's like they making it a big deal. Like he just like he assimilated.
Yes.
And then they came in and was like, no, I'm about to add my own flavor to it. And I'm not saying either way is necessarily wrong or right, but there's a reason why one gets talked about more in black spaces. I'll say that.
I'm not just talking about in black spaces. I know Darius Rucker was somebody, but Hootie and the Blowfish was bigger.
Right.
He's somebody. I mean, there were so many people that didn't know his name. They was like, oh, look at Hootie. They thought this Negro was Hootie. Like, that was his name.
I've heard people do that.
So, I know people that do that. I mean, when I was little, I was like, oh, look at Hootie. Hootie going to do something himself. Because I liked Hootie and the Blowfish. I listened to their music. But then when it was just Hootie, I was like, oh, he can stay over there. He needs them Blowfish. So, no. And in WWE having those ugly shirts, because they all were the same. They just had a different wrestler on the back.
They've done some other they've done that with some other stuff, like when they did the Vegas things, how they was all like kind of similar. They do that. I do think they sometimes work with way too many clothing lines. It's just too much. I'm not buying all this stuff, man. I don't. It's oversaturated.
The best set of shirts were when they tried to do their own version of Affliction line with their own wrestling shirts. They had better material. They didn't.
Oh, really?
I bought all the Triple H ones because I was Triple H everything at that point in my
But that
life.
fits an aesthetic too, though.
And then, but they had like Triple H, they had Shawn
I'm
Michaels,
assuming Randy.
they had Randy, they had Cena. Cena didn't fit the aesthetic, but the shirt still looked good. Shawn had.
I got to see some of those.
I had the Shawn. I had the Shawn, the Triple H, the Shawn and the Triple H, and the D-Generation X shirt. And
was it like the Shawn stuff, like the Christian like thing?
It was a Christian. But you know, they could do the affliction because they could do a cross and put HBK and some cool letters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, like now with that, now I can see it fitting.
Yeah, so it was more like that. So, but the shirts, the quality was good, and it fit the WWE because it was still kind of. It wasn't official affliction, but they were copying affliction, and they charged affliction prices for the t-shirts.
It's funny because they later went on and did a deal with that other MMA clothing line.
Yeah, I remember.
Tap out.
Yeah, that was trash.
Well, that was like after Tap Out, it like fell off.
I mean, I know, but that was just trash. That was sad. That was sad. It was, but I
do think Chalkline makes great WWE stuff.
Chalkline does what they need to do. It's a little expensive, but it looks good. It's high quality.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of it, their old stuff is really good. Like when they do something for an old wrestler, like their Bret Hart line, beautiful.
Because that was, you know, that stuff is how Chalkline, for a minute, that's all it was just
classic.
Yeah, it was just your old school wrestlers. Now they've moved on to doing a mix of both. But for a minute, that's all they did was just straight up old school Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. They did some Hogan stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was just straight up mostly 80s and a little bit of 90s guys. That was all they were doing.
And they were doing re-releases, like re-releases of old classic WWF magazine jackets and stuff like that.
And they still will. They still will. Like they recently they brought out the 90 Taker and Austin, the SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I plan on getting that jacket. That is one of my favorite SummerSlam covers.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautifully done.
The best one though, Bret Hart, Undertaker, Heart and Soul.
Yeah.
Nothing tops that, man.
That was the one I want is the old classic 1991 Royal Rumble jacket when they had the cartoon caricatures of the wrestlers all standing there.
Yeah.
The Hogan, and then the 92 one.
I was tempted to get that Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior, Ultimate Challenge. I was tempted, but I don't think the black community would ever forgive me, man. I don't.
I forgive you, brother. That's why the world is choking me. Because I forgive you now. Because I'm tempted to get it myself. Right now.
I still want that Hogan, that NWO shirt. Oh, man. I've talked about that one before. It was
the Hollywood one.
Yeah. I'm waiting on the heat to die down a little bit.
When? Is that ever going to happen? After Trump is gone?
It have to be after the MAGA run is over. I think I can get it. People will forget.
Well, I don't know.
Somebody might be like, "Wait a minute, when are you racist?" I'm like, it's the past, man.
I don't know if Hogan will still be around then, man. I mean, the beach shop or anything like that, because Mega's was keeping it around, brother.
Yeah. I think even after that, I think as far as his legacy for the beach shop, I think that'll help though. Didn't they just get a new? Did they get a new office or a new building or something?
The newer building is in Tennessee.
Okay, was that where the bum was at? I thought that was in Florida.
The belt in Florida, yes.
No, that picture with where the bum was that in Florida?
No, that was in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
That was in Tennessee. So I mean, you can go to the one in Tennessee. You can get the shirt. You can order the shirt right now, brother. HulkHoganShop.com. Because I do have the shirt. I have one.
Oh, you got it?
I've been at it. I have bought it years ago. I got all the Hollywood shirts that they had for sale. The ones that he wore for not the ones they made after Hollywood was over, because I didn't want them. They all look stupid. But the ones that he actually wore when he was a heel, Hollywood, the tribal one. My favorite one with the skull and the gold tooth. That's my favorite one. And then, of course, the one where it says Hollywood Rules, where he got the flex and the tattoo and the flames on the side,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I got the Hollywood shirts, and I do want to make the announcement here before it goes off. We will be doing a special NWO 30-year anniversary episode.
Oh, yeah. Get your heat on that too.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to get that one done, brother, because it's just too damn sweet.
Damn, wait a minute. So is that this year?
Yes, next month.
Damn. Okay.
This is also King of the Ring 30th, also Austin 316.
All right, we can do an episode on that too.
Yep. WWE is doing a big sale for both of them, celebrating Austin and the NWO.
Does Austin?
He probably doesn't. Hell, I didn't even know it was 30 years, son. Shit.
Dude, we talk about Mick Foley, and I guess I'll say this before we go. Dude, Austin's run, like, that's one. I think wrestlers should look at that, because some wrestlers, even as great as they can be, do not know when to like we just talked about Mick Foley. They don't know when to let it go. Like they constantly need like to come back. Dude, Austin is as great as run is. They'll throw money and stuff. He'll be like, man, I don't know, me and Pancho got something to do Saturday.
You know, my cat just had kittens, right? What? My cat just had kittens. I can't just leave.
Somebody needs somebody just needs to study how Austin does things, like just to know when like you've done enough. Like you don't.
Stone Cold Steve Austin understood. Yes, he wrestled for like 15 years on a consistent basis, but he was only Stone Cold Steve Austin for a good 6, and he left. Bad neck,
and he still watches wrestling.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of dudes with an ego, and I don't mean that to be negative, because I totally understand the feeling that like it ain't the same when you just out the game, you got to sit there and watch. But Austin is one of them dudes that been at the top and apparently was paranoid while he's at the top.
Yeah.
He can sit down and just enjoy wrestling without feeling any kind of way, or they got to throw my name. Like he just loves it. Like he's cool with it. That's something that needs to be studied, because you got to learn how to have that behavior. Because one, you're not going to be wrestling forever. And at one point you got to come to terms with like, I'm not in the game, and you got to, or you're going to be like Mick Foley.
Leave Mick alone. I completely agree with you. People need to learn from Austin, but that also applies to Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, all these people that need to stop. Mick Foley, yes, do not have a last match. I hope you never get cleared.
Edge already told you he's finishing this year.
Yes, he says this. Mike Johnson, all these other old people that are wrestling. Stop.
I don't get mad at people being old wrestling, just because, in the 90s, there was a bunch of old people that was still doing their last run. And, you know what I'm saying?
Rob Van Dam, stop.
I don't like people sharing that video of Rob Van Dam at that indie spot with the ropes that was loose. They're like, oh, he needs to hang it up. The rope was loose, man.
The rope was loose.
He can do it. He can do it. Should he do it?
No. And I'm not even gonna put him down because he was high. Like, goddamn, like Matt Riddle's high every day, and he still wrestles. It's fine.
But the ropes was loose, and he still jumped off on them good.
I'm not. I can't do it. I don't. Isn't that he can't do it? But also, RVD looks like he's still pregnant with Katie Forbes' kids.
He does look bad. But age hits everybody. I guess that's a sign where you should go. But I think it sucks with Rob, because I think for the average, like if he was at the Y, I wouldn't think like if I seen Rob Van Dam at the Y. But I'm so used to seeing 90s Rob, perfect body on the chair with his legs like doing these perfect splits. Like, this man is perfect. Like, so to see him less than perfect is, oh man.
I mean, I'm not. Yes. But I mean, I'm not even sure that he gets old. Like, he can go out there. Like, John Cena doesn't look like John Cena 20 years ago.
And he hasn't for a while.
And he didn't look like John Cena 20 years ago, 10 years ago either. John Cena is pale as Sami Zayn. When he stopped tanning, he stopped lifting heavy.
Yeah,
he couldn't stand up straight then, but it's more showing now because he has so much less muscle.
Yeah. That's why he was telling you. This is the last run.
My time is up. My time ain't now. Y'all ain't gonna see me no more because my time ain't now. The only time he looks big is when he's standing next to small actors like he does on Peacemaker.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's like 5'6", and Cena's at least 6 feet tall, so he looks big.
And he looked crazy in his gear. That's why he like wearing them suits and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
So no, I'm not saying Edge doesn't look like Edge. Edge didn't have an impressive body. Christian wears a turtleneck. Who knows what he looks like, right?
Character wise, this is the best character he's ever had.
I feel like he never got a chance to be a main character until now.
That is true.
Except in TNA when he was a main character. And he was a good character, and he wrestled, and you saw that he was able, and you saw that he was better than Adam Copeland when it came to just in-ring, and because Edge, even at that point, he couldn't have wrestled the TNA style. Christian did, and he did it good. But I don't want to see Christian wrestle anymore. Christian needs to be a manager. I would love for Christian just to talk. If Bryan Danielson, who is younger than both of them, doesn't want to wrestle anymore, because he understands that he's old and he wants to still play with Buddy and Birdie and probably name some more children, some more horrible names.
He named his kid Buddy.
Buddy.
He's got two? I thought he only had one.
Buddy and Birdie.
I guess I missed that.
He put two in Bree. Two of them. And Miss Bella. But all I got to say is that, yeah. If he's not gonna wrestle, if Nigel McGuinness only wrestles 3 or 4 times a year, we don't need Edge, Christian, Matt, or Jeff on a full-time schedule. Matt and Jeff, have your match against the Usos at WrestleMania, then retire.
Fair. I think not mad at that. I think it's a safe note to end on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can close it out for us, boss.
We'll have more takes for you guys to disagree with us in the future. But like we've said, man, times get hard. The future doesn't look so bleak. There's a ring inside the White House lawn, but it's okay because you can get in there and grab those ropes. This is your rope break.
Yes, sir.